Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Data here, and welcome back to our live franchise mode series on NHL 24 with the expansion San Francisco Starfleet, episode number 25, moving into year number 8, the 2030-31 season. If you're joining after you've already gone live, you can go ahead and jump ahead to the 5-minute mark. That's when we'll get started. Until then, if you're joining us live, we'll just start welcoming everybody into the stream this evening, as we'll also be following the Game 6 of the Bruins and the Leafs live here as well. That'll be an exciting time tonight as we keep track of that on top of our season sim. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. For this episode, Joe, welcome to the stream, entitled Test Flight, as we're trying out a couple of new prospects in our top 6, top 9. Bragg, welcome to the stream, buddy. Doggy, welcome aboard. There'll be a few experiments in our top 6, top 9, as we welcome some new players in, or at least not new players in, but some promotions for some players. On top of, yes, some new players, as we had a huge offseason episode last time. Chromium, welcome to the stream. We had a big trade last episode. We never want to cheese any deals, but the first overall pick was up for grabs, and we traded a big package of probably, I would say, our best prospect who wasn't in our NHL squad, plus one of our best players, with a 31st overall pick. Was that what, or 30th overall pick, in exchange for the first overall pick, and we got the first pick, and we'll go into detail on that player in just a few moments. I've only just finally caught up in the Starfleet series, hyped to finally be able to watch the streams again. There you go, Break. Great, perfect timing. Welcome back to the streams. Glad you could make it. And yeah, Joseph, no problem. Canucks episode came out yesterday. Joseph hasn't seen it yet. No problem. Take that whenever you can. Playoff episode, always exciting. That's the beauty of the uploads, always there for you whenever you have a moment. So just taking care of all the things. Sorry I'm a few minutes late on this one. 7:10 tonight instead of the usual 7. Late supper on my end, so apologies for that. Okay, that. Good to go. Tags. Damn, creating me the grace. Ah, yes, I've heard. I've seen the Discord server, Doggy. I've seen. That'll be fun. I'll get into that in a moment. We had our raffle yesterday for the created players. So any donation that had been made from January to April, even some donations that had been made earlier, those went into the raffle for created players or renaming players. Now, any donations from tonight, May 2nd, until I'd say probably until we hit 100 entries, because excuse me, you can get multiple entries at once. For example, $20 donation is going to give you like 4 or 5 entries. And if you do that on PayPal, that's double, twice as much, maybe 8 entries. So this last raffle was, I think, 104 entries. So I'd probably say each raffle will take place probably every 4 months or 100 entries, whichever comes first. So we'll see when that date comes. Not sure when the next raffle will be, but either way, I'll get the results of that. It was in the Discord server, but if you're not in the Discord server, I will share those with you in just a moment. Tweet is sent out. There we go. Open this up. Test flight. The thumbnail of this one got Zephram Cochrane in 2063 with his test flight with Commander Riker and Lieutenant Commander LaForge from Star Trek Insurrection. Test flight as we're testing out some of those newer players. Let's see. We'll get started in about a minute and a half from here. Discord bot went out. Beautiful. There we go. So I think that's about ready. We can go to edit lines here for a moment if you want to get a quick update on the lineup that we're starting with to start the year. We said this would probably be our lineup more likely, though. So this is an idea of our lineup to start year number 8. We'll get into it in a moment. In about a minute's time. I'll start pulling up the comments from the last one. My George, just separate from Joseph. Sure, right, exactly. You know what? We're going to start it in 1 minute, and I'll be right back. Just got to grab something. We'll be back in 1 minute time, and we'll get started then. Okay, let's get started. We do. Yes, we did, Dexter. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the results. And hey, perfect timing. Look at that. 5-minute mark. Hey, look at me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. What's Data's accident slide? No accidents. No accidents for Data. The Android can't have any accidents. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 25. Can you believe it already? Episode number 25 of our live expansion franchise mode series with the San Francisco Starfleet. Moving into year number 8, coming off of a round 3 exit last year as we got swept out of the semifinal by the Winnipeg Jets, who went on to win Stanley Cup. In the offseason, we drafted Michael or Michal. We have to figure that out. Valacevic. I'm going to say Valacevic for now. Michal Valacevic. Or maybe I should say Michael. I don't know. Maybe I'm overdoing it on the pronunciation. I always want to try and get it as much as possible. But Valacevic, we're going to go Valacevic. With his highly potential, we drafted him first overall. I never like to cheese the game at all for a first overall pick if we're not a bottom feeder team. But the Canadians had just moved and jumped up from 7-1, winning the draft lottery. And they had that pick on the block. They're a win now team. So we traded them one of our best players, one of our fan favorite players. It was a heartbreaker, Fabian Lysell, who had back-to-back 72-plus point seasons. I think 75 and 72 the last 2 seasons. A 70-point top 6 player on possibly the best contract in the NHL. Signed on for under $4 million for another 3 years. Our best prospect in Marchant, we drafted 7th overall a few years ago, Cam Marchant, our best prospect, and our first round pick, which was 30th overall, in exchange for the first overall pick. So a top 6 player, a top 6 70-point scorer on the best contract in the league, a former top 10 prospect, and a first round pick for first overall, which they wanted to move. So I thought it made perfect sense. We went for it. Valacevic is in the organization now, 5-star shooting power forward. Should McIntyre go in the center position, given he has the quick draw ability? Great question right there. Perfetti has stayed as center for the most time. Even though he's listed as a sniper, he is a simulating playmaker. 16 goals, 63 assists, right? The year before last year, he scored 36. Before that, always a 20-goal guy, 50-plus assists. So he's listed as a sniper, but he's really the playmaker with the 93 passing. McIntyre, yes, he's a centerman with higher face-off attribute, and he has the X factor of a quick draw. But the thing is, he has the lower passing, and I like him being on the right wing with his left-handed shot. That seems to be working for him simulation-wise. In the future, when Lindholm moves off top-line center, maybe that's a conversation to be had. But we want to try Perfetti and McIntyre. Even though McIntyre just won the Rocket Richard, we're trying McIntyre as second line this year because according to our coaches' biases, or whatever you want to call them, the second line shoots more than the first line. When we've put Perfetti and McIntyre on the first line, the results seem to not be as good. Perfetti as second line center 2 years ago, 108 points. Perfetti last year as first line center, 79 points. So we're going to try putting them on the second line to start the year, see if that helps with how the line shoots, and we'll go from there. Maybe there's some sort of secret background code that we can break, right? So we're going to go from there and see. I missed a couple questions here. Professor McIntyre and Confetti Perfetti welcome Valley with open arms. Yeah, Valley would probably be the best to call him so I don't mess up any pronunciations. So quickly just getting to the last one. I'll get into the created players after we go through the comments once we start the episode. But quickly looking at the comments from the last one, titled The Rules of Acquisition for all of our fans out there in Ferenginar. Let's see. Intelligent Dice in the Discord server saying a true masterclass from Grand Nagus Data last night in Starfleet's 2030 draft. We have a very short preseason coming up to answer a number of questions. We need to audition a few players as top 6 wingers. Rubric is obviously first up. I think it would also be good to see Stenberg and Valacevic take turns on the first line. I want to see Stenberg up there before we trade Beck, Owen Beck, our fourth line center at times, as moving Stenberg to left wing might mean Beck draws back into the lineup. So it's a good question. Otto Stenberg has been a great trooper down there on the third line, but he has top 6 potential. He's coming off of a 56-point season as third line center plus second unit power play, 21 power play points. Was he second unit? I know, of course, he was power play, but I believe he was second unit. Playing just 13.35 per night. So Otto Stenberg on the first line would be great, but that would mean that Elias Lindholm would have to move down to the third line, or at least down to the second line. Now, the thing about Elias Lindholm is we know that over time he will regress, and I think the future for Lindholm is third line center. But for the time being, he's still a 90 overall, and he's still a point per game plus player. 91 last year, 88 the year before that, 100 the year before that. Elias Lindholm, our captain, is still very serviceable as that first line centerman. If we were to move him off the first line, that would mean Otto Stenberg has to play center, because we want to keep Perfetti and McIntyre on the second line right now, and I don't think Stenberg's ready for first line center just yet. So we're going to try the season starting off as Rubrick on first line left wing. Ryan Rubrick, we drafted him 6th overall in 2026. He had an extended time in the OHL. Last year I keep saying last year. 2 years ago, made his NHL debut, his rookie season, 25 goals, 43 points. In his sophomore year, 20-point boost, nice, 36 goals, 63 points, very good. But we really want to see a big step forward from him this year. I'd love to see point per game plus from him. He has that medium league potential. He has the 5-star shooting. I really want to see him get major growth this year. And hopefully Lindholm and Fiala as his line mates will be what helps him. Lindholm and Fiala, 35 and 34 respectively, they're getting older, but I'm still very confident in our future. Second line, Valacevic, he'll start here, but in the preseason, we might try him on the first line. Same for Stenberg. He'll start with Perfetti and McIntyre, giving them the +4. Him with the high elite potential, even though he's depth forward, that overall will skyrocket. He'll be a mid-80 overall by the end of the season, I would think. On the third line, we have Artemi Panarin, signed as a 2-year guy. He's now entering his 5th season here with Starfleet. He has been a machine. Of course, as he gets older, his role is going down. He can still be a first liner, I bet, but we need to give that time to other players. He'll still be a third liner. Last year, he scored 60 points, so I have no doubt that he'll continue to have that pace. Otto Stenberg will start as third-line center unless something changes in the preseason. And Marcus Breland will see third-line time. Our 6'1", 5-star physical, 4.5-star shooting power forward from Latvia will play third line this year. Last year as a fourth liner, 13 goals, but gotta look more at the shooting percentage. 10.5, I'm happy with that, with the very limited ice time. Giving him third line minutes might be like electric for this guy. 5-star physical, 4.5-star shooting. Love to see it. So Marcus Breland will be third line. On the fourth line, Igor Afanaseyev, who has been so, very quietly such a consistent player on this team. He's entering his 5th full season with us as well. Thank you, Igor. Centering the fourth line is Vyacheslav Emelin, our first-round pick, 19th overall in 2025. He's finally making his NHL debut. Depth forward with top 6 potential and 80 points in the AHL last year. This is his chance to show something. 6'4", Vyacheslav Emelin. And on the fourth line right wing is Jason Busenius, who was a prospect we got from the New Jersey Devils a couple of years ago. Welcome to the stream, Mark. It was a couple of years ago. This past year in the AHL, his first year in the AHL, it was a 67-point year from him. So we want to see if we can try to get something going from him as well. Could he end up going back down to the AHL? Potentially, but he's 21 now. I want to try and get growth. So maybe Busenius and Breland end up switching spots. But because of the rules of our franchise mode series, only one nationality per line, Breland and Emelin cannot play together. They're both Latvian. So we got to be careful with that. All right. On defense, we have Cole Hudson with Moritz Seider, 91 and 88. Those two they're coming off of a great season together, so hopefully they keep that same pace. 28 points plus 36 from Seider. And Hudson, 66 points plus 35. That's our top pair. Second pair, Ludvig Eriksson, our second overall pick in 2028. He is a beast. He was drafted as a 79, already up to an 85. Very happy to see that. 20 points and a plus 28 in his rookie season. So he'll play with Jalen Ramirez, who's been a trooper as well. Second round pick in 2024. He's already had over 300 games, 364 games of NHL experience. He is a beast. On the third pair, we'll have Alexander Romanov, he and Lindholm, the only two remaining original Starfleet members. Romanov and Lindholm entering their 8th season in San Francisco. He'll be paired with Axel Sandin Palika, who has to impress us a little bit. Yes, 39 points last year, but negative 16. So he has to really have a little bit of a boost here. Welcome aboard, Hobbsy. Just going through the recap of the offseason and looking at our squad heading into this year. Axel Sandin Palika has to improve on the plus-minus as well. Goaltending between the pipes, we have Juha Mikkola coming off of, not last year, let me see here, but yeah, the year before, of the Vezina Trophy the year prior. So Juha Mikkola, 89 overall, medium elite, used to be high elite, 24 years of age, 43-win season last year with a 905 save percentage. In the postseason, he was solid. Hey, and Dan actually made it. Perfect. In the postseason, he was 8-2-1 with 1 shutout, 912 save percentage, 3.14 goals against average. Why? Because what happened? In the series against Winnipeg, there was a game that he didn't play, I think, right? That's why, yeah, because the third lot was Brindamore. Did he have? No, it was Jet Greaves probably who had that. Yeah, Jet Greaves. And then Brindamore backs him up, Russell Brindamore. There you go. All right, so as the healthy scratches, Jan Jenik is our 13th forward. Stanislav Svozil is our 7th defenseman. And down in the AHL, we're going to have Emanen play another year here with Zherdev, but we wouldn't mind signing a third goalie to have, as Jet Greaves is now out. Yeah, Rod Brendamore's son. We can go with that storyline. Excuse me. So Owen Beck, we're either trading him or, I don't know, maybe, does he play in the AHL for a year? Sign on for $1 million? I don't know. We'll see what happens with Owen Beck. Hopefully the start of the season gives us answers. We're coming off of back-to-back 50-plus win seasons for the first time in franchise history, so it's an exciting time, and we want to make sure that we are not sacrificing the years that are left for our older players just to get youth. The youth that has to come in has to be providing value. Thank you, Dice. Someone got the thumbnail. Thank you. As much as I would love to see the young guys up top, if they can't cut it, they can't cut it. Because Lindholm's 35, Fiala's 34. We can't waste time on these guys. The future is coming, yes, but Panarin, Lindholm, Fiala, they're all gone probably within 2 or 3 years max. So we got to make sure that the future is ready. The future top 6 of Rubric, Balicevic, Perfetti, McIntyre, and then 2 more. Is that Stenberg one of them? Sure. Then who's that last one? Is it Busenyas? Is it Brelin? Is it down here, one of our prospects here? Pruka? I don't know. There's a lot of different prospects. Okay, so that was Dice's comment over in the Discord server. Apologies for going on a bit of a tangent after it. If we look over in the YouTube comments from the last one, just going to quickly pull that up, as I know Dan left one earlier today that I hadn't gotten a chance to reply to yet. Yeah, rules of acquisition. All right. Caleb got the joke in the last one. Escalators, escalators, escalators. Eels. A little SpongeBob reference there. Alexander said switch Panarin and Balicevic. That's exactly what we did. Thank you, Alexander. And Dan left a comment saying, what a stream. Setting records, making trades. What more could you ask for? So happy that I was able to be a part of it. And Chromium saying, from a really... I'll pause Dan's comment here. Chromium saying, from a realism standpoint, Beck probably wouldn't be happy playing in the AHL. As an 80 overall, he's NHL-level talent. So I think we need to trade him to a team that needs center depth. That's true. I think that's exactly what we'll do once we figure out what's happening with Emelin. If Emelin's a lock to stay there, then yes. So Beck will stay in the AHL just for the time being, but our goal is to trade him if we're not using him. I think that's what we're going to say. So Dan says, standing on a soapbox and clearing his throat, I don't care how much it costs, who needs to move, how long it lasts, but Elias Lindholm needs to retire as a Starfleet officer. He took a leap of faith when we were only a team full of misfit toys and ended up being the first person to ever touch the Stanley Cup in a Starfleet uniform. I don't foresee us taking a step backward in terms of team performance, and he likely doesn't have any desire to move elsewhere in his later years. Can we really look at our first captain in the eye and say, sorry, not enough room for you, take care of the man? 100% agree. Miscellaneous notes. Ryan Rubrick did lose X Factors last episode, but it was at the, not last episode, last season. It was at the beginning of 2029-30. Mikola's negotiations were brutal. Yes, we did get Mikola signed on, thankfully. We hate paying big money to goalies, but if he can win the Vezina and be consistent, that's okay with me. 9.175 for 4 years we gave Juha. And also, Starfleet used to have a USA problem. Now we have a Latvia problem. Who would have thought? Keep up the great work, Bello. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make the stream, but here Dan is. Go Fleet. All right, thank you for those thoughts, Dan. Couldn't have been said better myself. Thank you very kindly. And I'll end off by just announcing the winners of the raffle. They were in the Discord server, but if you're not in there, now's the time for me to tell you. So what we have been doing from January until the end of April, every donation that was made added your name into an entry for a created player in an NHL franchise mode or a renamed player in an MLB franchise mode. Of those entries, $0 to $5 is 1 entry, 5 to 10 is 2 entries, 10 to 20 is 4 entries, etc., etc. And that's through YouTube. If you do it through the PayPal link in the description, those number of entries are doubled. From all those donations, we had guaranteed players to a few people, like King Turby, Christopher, Narf, Mila, Mighty Joe, Dice, Mark. They had guaranteed players. But for everybody else, it was about 104 entries between all the different entries into the raffle, and we spun the wheel 9 times, give us a total of 15 created players. Now it's at 17 because I had forgotten about Mark and Dice with their separate donations of the chair and the PlayStation. But that will give us 17 players, plus the ones from our fantasy leagues will be well over 20 players. So the winners of those 9 spots would be Mighty Joe with 1, Doggy with 2, Dexter with 1, Palm with 1, Dabrowskiego with 1, I'm Sean Avery with 1, Dan with 2, and then 1 of Christopher's guaranteed donated to Landon as another, bringing it to 10 actually. So there you have it. Dan, you have 2 players to make. Dexter, you have a player. Dog, you have a couple players. All those details are in the Discord server, and I'll reach out to you when the time comes for player creation. If you would rather have it as MLB, let me know on an MLB stream. But if you don't tell me anything, I'll just take it as that you want NHL if you don't tell me that you want MLB. So all that being said, every donation made now, moving forward in the month of May, until I'd say the next 4 months or until we hit 100 entries, whichever comes first, that'll be the next raffle. So if you want to get a created player, or if you want to be in the raffle for the created player, whatever it is, you can donate through YouTube or through the PayPal link in the description, and that'll be my way to give back to you who is giving to the channel, and I appreciate that so very much. Just your time is donation enough. Thank you for your involvement and your viewership. Love everything about this community. Dan says, maybe I'll save mine for the next live series. That could also be a possibility. Just make sure we always keep track of them as much as possible. If you did not win, your entries carry over to next raffle at 50%. So if you had 10 entries and you did not win a player, you automatically, without doing anything, you automatically have 5 entries into the next one. And if you did get a created player, 25% of your entries carry over. So if you had 12 entries and you got a player, without doing anything already, you have 3 entries carrying over to next raffle. The only way that it'll be one and done is if you had only 1 entry. Everybody else has entries that will carry over at least to the next raffle. So there's already some who have 5, some have 4, just as a carryover. Ensign Nog. Oh, bad. Okay, so let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get started on the season. No need to start from scratch. Exactly. That's why even winners, it'll be a little bit of a carryover. I'm not going to do too much here. Just make sure the scouting is going where they need to go. The scouts are all where they need to go, just in terms of their location. Russia, Liga, SHL, Extra Liga, NLA, Dell, USA Central has 2. So I need 2 in USA, 1 USA East, 1 USA West. Who goes where? USA East for B-, USA West for A-. Perfect. So this will be A-, Alfredson. USA West. There we go. And this one here. Commodore will go to the AHL, USA East, excuse me. USA East. Great. So that'll be auto-scouting. The computer will take care of that, because it's going to be, unfortunately, it will take about an hour throughout an entire season. It'll be probably just over 45 minutes. Okay, so we'll sim to the start of the preseason now, and we'll see what kind of combinations we want to try out once we get to the game on the 17th here against the Sharks. So there's only three preseason games with the way the divisions are set up. So let's see what we can do. We're going to start with Rubrik and Valacevic in the top 6, and the rest of the lineup looking like this with Stenberg, Emelin, and all that. On the power play, though, let's make sure players are getting their ice time. No, you know what, Leafs King? Watch my video on the scouting. I promise you, my video gives over 200, and thanks to Red Boy, but my video, thanks to Red Boy's method, will guaranteed give you at least the top 200 players fully scouted. That is the best way to do it. I bet we'll go undefeated in the preseason. Maybe we will. Okay, so Valacevic, you're going to get second unit power play, buddy, because I want to see McIntyre here for sure. So McIntyre is going to go first unit there. Lindholm, probably Perfetti here. Lindholm probably centers the second unit. Panarin could probably stay first, honestly, with how good he is. Lindholm would come off maybe for Rubric. Does Rubric go first unit? Hold on. Then second unit would be... great question, Chromium. No scouts in Allsvenskan or Ice beyond year 1 because players don't get generated there. And no, we didn't look at Valachevich's face yet. After year 1, or maybe even year 2 of some, because there's no generated prospects, only real world prospects. So once all the real life prospects are gone from the Ice and from Allsvenskan, no more get generated. So I don't send any scouts there. In year 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, but guaranteed year 4 and later, there are no players. In year 1, there's some. Year 2 or 3, it depends on who gets drafted. But there you go. All right, so in second unit, Lindholm's going to center, unless Stenberg centers it. Yeah, so Stenberg would probably center it. Perfect. Check my scouting video after, Least King. Panarin can go second unit. He's getting a little tired now. Valachevich can go as the finisher. Oh, I didn't want to do that. As the finisher here. My pleasure. Valachevich go here. Stenberg here. Fiala here. Oh, Fiala's an 85. Whoa, 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 whoa. Was Fiala not just an 87? Did Fiala drop from 87 to 85 over the course of, like, September 9th to September 17th? Whoa, 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 whoa. Let me see progress reports here. What happened? Yeah, Fiala. Whoa, what happened, buddy? -2 for offensive awareness, but plus so a net -1. The defense is going down. Okay, so the stick checking down 3, shot blocking down 1, endurance down by 2. Yeah, it does seem silly, Hobbsy. Ooh, strength down 4, aggressiveness down 2. Okay, I still have great trust in Fiala. He's such a consistent player, but it does concern me a tad. Okay, Busenia's getting on the power play would be great as well. So on the second unit, let's get... Axel Sanyablika has to earn his way back, probably. Let's get Busenius on the power play. Especially for the preseason, let's get him in there. Busenius can go here. Should he go at the point now? Who has the hardest shot here? Shot power. 86, 86, 83... actually, maybe Valachevich goes to the point with a 90 shot power. Who would be the... Busenius is a left-handed shot? No, it's a right-handed shot. So maybe Fiala goes here. We could always swap him and McIntyre. Fiala needs fewer minutes. Fiala, yeah, he's very flexible. That's exactly it. Great reason for why we love him. So Valachevic can go at the point, maybe. Maybe we have a line like this for the second unit. So then the distributor would be Panarin. Finisher can be Fiala for right now. We'll see what happens. Puck carrier can be Stenberg, I suppose. Let's see how that works. I'm curious to see if that works at all. On the first unit, we'll look... Actually, maybe Lindholm and... yeah, actually, Lindholm and Stenberg are going to swap. I want Stenberg to get the extra ice time. So, yeah, Lindholm will center the second unit while he stays as first-line center. And Stenberg will go here with Rubric right there. Yeah, Rubric can get that first unit. So distributor, Hudson, finisher will be McIntyre. Puck carrier can also be McIntyre. He has the X factor for it. Maybe it's Perfetti. No, oh yeah, we'll do Perfetti. Cancel the puck carrier. All right, let's try that. +5 and +5 on those two units. Beautiful. Power play 1. Let's go Perfetti McIntyre. Hold on. Oh yeah, Dexter, tell me about it. I hate that. Where am I looking? McIntyre. So the first 4-man power play, Perfetti, McIntyre, Panarin, Hudson. 4-man power play 2. Axel Sanyablika, this is where you can get some ice time, buddy. Lindholm, Valachevic, could you go here? I don't know. Should you? We'll put Rubric for sure. And at the point here... Breland, maybe? Will ice time to Breland? Let's try... actually, no, Breland's going to get penalty kill. Maybe Busenius again, then. 4-man power play isn't even that common. But it doesn't fit well, unfortunately. Nah, I can't do it then. Maybe Fiala, then. Fiala could probably do it. Yeah, let's go Fiala. +1, okay, at least. +1. No, Good old logic. Okay. Penalty kill. Woo, what are you saying? I find a save first unit centerman. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hudson won't play first unit. It'd be Sider. Let's go Eriksson and Sider. Let's go heavy. Eriksson and Sider on the first unit. Let me do the defense first. Hudson, Romanov. No, it's going to be Hudson and Ramirez. Yeah, that's what it'll be. Hudson, Ramirez. Should it be? Now, Romanov should get the extra ice time a little bit here. Hudson, Romanov. I know Milo loves Romanov too. And then Ramirez and Axel Sandin Palika. Okay, now who's playing? Lindholm can stay. Yeah, he can stay first. Still has the defensive attributes to do it. Afanaseyev, no. I'm going to bring in maybe Breland. What's Breland's defense again? Only 3.5 star, but 90 shot blocking, 94 stick checking. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Underrated. Second unit will go Perfetti. Okay, actually McIntyre would probably be better. McIntyre, Hudson Romanov, and on the wing, Valacher's getting penalty kill time? No. 3-star defense? No, he's not going to get penalty kill time. Let's sort by defense here. Rubric getting a penalty kill? We do need him to grow in the attributes, but I don't think it's going to help, unfortunately. Lindholm, Eriksson's already there. Panarin, could he give a little spark? No, 74 shot blocking. Fiala's been good historically on penalty kill, but his defensive attributes are going down. Breland, Busenius might get the ice time here. 87 shot blocking, 90 stick checking. Yes, okay, so Busenius is going to go there. Happy Gilmore, more of a golf movie, I'd say. Let's put Busenius in the second unit, and then Perfetti with Fiala, getting the least amount of ice time, will be the third. Let's try that for the penalty kills. My goalie, Caden Outlaw, 87 overall, 45 wins, 915 save percentage, and 2.5 goals against average. Hey, look at that. Finally some good luck with the system. Afanaseyev his first line. That makes me laugh. His first line center. We'll do the same defense here. Same penalty kill defense. So it'll be... Who is here? Eriksson. Eriksson, then Hudson, Romanov, Ramirez, Palika. Yes. Finally a goalie worth the money. Perfetti can stay third, and McIntyre comes here. There we go. -2, but whatever. Extra lines. Apologies for this, but just got to get through it at the start of the season. For 4-on-4, yeah, McIntyre can go first with his 88 faceoffs. Let's do that on the first 4-on-4 line with a little extra ice out there. Fiala's going to come off for Rubric, let's say. And then Stenberg, Fiala. Yeah, we'll do that. Stenberg, Fiala. So, yeah, Panarin's going to go a step back there. Okay. 3-on-3 line 1. So, first in overtime. Hudson with McIntyre and Perfetti will do. Good old combo. Second unit will be Sider with Lindholm and... do we go Rubric or keep... Let's keep Fiala. Fiala shouldn't be fully demoted everywhere. The guy scored 79 points last year. Until he proves otherwise, let's continue to give him enough ice time here. I'm not going to take him off everywhere. And the third 3-on-3 line, I'm going to keep Stenberg and Panarin. With Romanov, though... No, what am I saying? Axel Sandin Palika should be there. Yes. He should probably swap with Sider, even. Or no, we need a defense in overtime. Okay, extra attacker. Actually, it should be Hudson and McIntyre. Okay, and finally the shootout. Going by shooting accuracy. 95-95, 87-89, 90-90 moves up. I think Fiala already would automatically move out with those 80s. Let's bring Valachevic in here. He's at 91-91, so he'd go here. Lindholm would go there. 86-86, 87-89. Perfetti goes here. All skaters, sort by shooting. It's like a speed run. Oh, Rubric. What's Rubric at? 85-88. Panarin, 94-95. Okay, yeah. Panarin should be there. He should be shooting second, actually. Okay, Mikola Brindamore. There we go. Just need a third goalie to get signed on. AHL lines we'll figure out later. Okay, we're ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for the wait. Thank you for your patience. I'm just going to go ahead and start the simulation for this first game of the preseason. What I got to do on the side here, maybe a little don't need to give all the details of my life. I just got to put a few eye drops in. I know I told some of you that I got in that laser eye surgery recently, so I got to just put some eye drops in. So I'm going to let the first period simulate here while I put those in. Thanks for bearing with me. So here we go. Go Starfleet for game 1 of the preseason now. All right, Romanov starts it off with a goal. Very nice. Let it work its thing. There you go. Second period, 4-0. Breland scores twice, including a shorthanded goal. Third period, give me another moment. I'll let this one run. Whew, just made it back in time. And we end with the 4-1 victory. There you go. All right, 4-1 victory in the first game of the preseason. Breland scored twice. You love to see it. Lindholm had 2 points. Plus minuses looked good. No one a negative. Okay, at least. Yeah, you know what? It's okay to be scared about it. I was definitely scared as well. I think it would be odd if you weren't scared about lasers in your eyes, right? But I went for the consult. I felt like it was once I learned all the available information and I felt that I was properly informed. I felt like it made sense for me. For me, it made sense. So Mikkola makes 24 saves and 25 shots. Breland looks great, and there you have it. All right. Next game of the preseason, let's switch up the lines a little bit now, and we'll give Brindamore a start also. Okay, so Rubric, 1 assist, that's nice. Valachevich, no points, that's okay. Let's bring Valachevich up. Sorry, Stenberg up, and Valachevich will go down. And he'll go third line center. Yeah? No. The third line was good here. No, let's do that. We'll do that just for one game. Valachevich has good face-offs. Let's get Stenberg on the second line, see how he does with Perfetti and McIntyre. Rubric can stay on the first line. Okay? And we'll give a start to Brindamore. There you go. Valley first line? We'll do that next game. Sure, we'll do that next game. Enterprise Arena? Yeah, we'll do it next game. Give me another moment here. I'll let it run for a second. And there's Rubric and McIntyre scoring 2 right there. Oh my goodness, 5-0 here in the first period. All right, second period now, 6-0. McIntyre again, third period action, tripling the shots. Oof, if somebody wants to count 5 minutes from now, my next drop's in 5 minutes. 5 minutes from now, 7:54, 7:55. Oh no, the shutout gets broken with 29 seconds left. 7-1 the final. Shots end 46-22, but we win 7-1. All right, so big game in that one. Let's check out the individual stats here quickly. So a goal and 3 assists from Sten. We move him up, and he gets 4 points. Rubric with 3, McIntyre 3, Perfetti 3, Fiala, Lindholm with a couple there. No points from Breland. A -1. Is he the only -1? Breland, Valachevich, and Panarin. The third line, the only negatives. Come on, third line. I like that second line, though. I like Otto Stenberg up there. I like what I see. And Brindamore saves 21 on 22. All right, game 3 of the preseason now. Let's sim forward to the next one. Actually, while we have a little bit of simulation time, let's see if we can sign a third goalie. Any third goalies out there? Perfect. Thanks, Dexter. Any interesting goalies who are like 70, not even in the 79 range, eh? We could sign this guy, Leonard. Who's this? Thomas Leonard? 5th round pick in 2025, medium fringe starter. Oof. Nah. No, I'd rather do it by a trade if it becomes necessary. We'll wait for the day. Well, not wait for the day, but just we'll wait a little longer. All right, let's into the next game now. If Stenberg sticks on line 2, it lets you move Rubric and Panarin around, and Beck draws back in. True. Caleb, welcome back, buddy. We just read your comment earlier about the escalators. Love it. I love when anybody catches any reference that I make to SpongeBob or Star Trek, anything. My thumbnail for this episode was about to be, yes, if we trade Beck, we'll be a third goalie. Yes, exactly, Chromium. The thumbnail was about to be the Delta Flyer. I was thinking test flights. I haven't done any Voyager thumbnails, but it ended up being Cochrane doing his flights in 2063. Can't wait till 2063. All right, so Valachevic is going to come back to the first line, or go up to the first line. Rubric has looked very good, though, so Valachevic is going to have a crazy night for me to think that he goes first line, I think. I'm going to keep Stenberg third line. Second line. Dice, maybe I'm missing what you're saying here. If Stenberg sticks on line 2, it lets you move Rubric and Panarin around, and Beck draws in. How would Beck draw in exactly? You're saying it's third line center? So, like, Rubric would go here, Valachevic would go here, but then, no, I'm not quite catching it probably. Who comes out of the lineup, you know? So he would go third line center, then who comes out? If Beck goes third line center, who comes out of the top 9? Who moves down to the fourth line out of this top 9? Right, sure. Afanaseyev could leave the lineup, but who gets bumped out of the top 9 for Beck to become third-line center is my question. Can Rubric play center just for one game? No, 60 face-offs. Valley? That'll mean Valley getting sent down, probably. And Caleb starts off, whoa, eels! Escalators! Caleb starting it off with the 499. That'll go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 entries on that one. Just by 1 cent, it wasn't 2 entries. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 entries in there for Caleb. The first entries into our next raffle, starting here in May and going until we get maybe 100 or so entries or 4 months, whatever comes first. So 2 entries there for Caleb. Thank you very much. Very kind of you, my friend. Appreciate that. Oh, and by the way, speaking of people in the chat, I got Slim unbanned. I'm not sure if he was banned or what, but I made sure that with YouTube, well, not with you, I went into my settings, made sure that he wasn't blocked or anything, so Slim should be able to speak here in the chat. Definitely not any intention on wanting to do that. Okay, so Valachevic is going to go first line for this game. Who could play center here? I want to keep the second line the same. Okay, it's just for 1 game. So, Panarin with the 70 faceoffs. Panarin can play center for 1 game with his 70 faceoffs, all right? There you go. Panarin has an assist. And let's go back to Mikko, because he's got to be ready in mid-season form. All right. Let's do it. Last game of the preseason now against the Kings. Valachevic getting first-line minutes. First period, 2-1 Starfleet. Stenberg and Emelin score. Second period, 3-2. Kako, former Starfleet officer Kako makes it 3-2. Yeah, I don't want to... Thank you, Dan. Thank you. The 5 minutes have passed. So oh, Panarin scores on the power play. Let me just let this ride. Ah, let me go ahead. Hold on, let me put the drops in. Wow, what a comeback. What a comeback. So I got to look up. 7-4, Marcus Breland. 8-4 with Ramirez. Wow. Hey, 9-4, another one. Sheesh. 3 goals in the last minute and a half. Wow, okay. So, big victory right there as we were tied 3-3. And we end up winning 9-4. What a game. No, I don't want to drop the... No, don't want to do that. So Panarin with 4 points as third-line center. Bucenia's had a 3-point night. Fiala 3 points. Lindholm 3. Emelin with a couple in just 6 minutes of ice time. Hudson, Rubric, Valachevic had a goal. That's great, but it was a power play goal, yes. Any minuses? Yes. Axel Sandin, Pelika, and Alex Romanov. Classic. Alrighty. So great 9-4 victory to end off the preseason. And that brings us to, yes, of course, 3-0. But 7 points in 3 games from Elias Lindholm. Oh, it stings a little. Oof. Lindholm 7, Panarin and Fiala both with 6, Rubric and Stenberg with 5. Busenius had 4, that's great. 2 power play points from him, very happy. Perfetti 4, Breland 3, McIntyre 3, Hudson, Emelin all the way down, blah, blah, blah. Valchevich only 1 point, but it was just a 3-game sample. No points from Sandin Palika. Both goalies looked good. All right. So let's keep on going now. Moving towards the actual season. Okay, let's do it. Is the Leafs... Sorry, what am I saying? Is the Leafs games at 8? Okay, whew, I was going to say, did it start at 7:30? I never put it on. My goodness, so the Leafs game starts at 8. Okay, so speaking of the Leafs, we start the season against them, ladies and gentlemen, here to kick off year number 8, coming off of back-to-back 50-plus win seasons. Let's see if we can do it again for a 3rd consecutive year in our 8th season here in San Francisco. I think our lineup will be like this to start. Stenberg looked so good, though, in the preseason. It will look like this, just because we don't really have third-line center. But Otto Stenberg is first man up for any injuries. I don't think it'll be Panarin or Breland. Especially, Panarin's great, but I don't think it'll be Panarin at this point. I think it's got to be Stenberg first man up. So, no problem, Dan. We'll be here when you get back. We'll see what happens as the season progresses. The biggest reason Stenberg isn't here right now, but Valchevich could play third-line center at 79 faceoffs. Maybe we should do that, or else what does the preseason mean, right? Valchevich can play top 6 once he's a higher overall. He'll be a higher overall within like 30 games. Let's start the season like this. Rubric, Lindholm, Fiala, Stenberg, Perfetti, McIntyre. Canadian, Swede, Swiss. American, Canadian, Swede. Russian, Slovak, Latvian. Canadian, Latvian, Russian. That's what we're doing. Okay? That's what we're doing. Defense will stay the same, and of course our starting goaltender is Juha Mikkola. I think that means Owen Beck is probably on his way out at this point. We could call him up as depth, but as a Canadian, that's tough with Busenius being a Canadian. We could call him up, but Jan Janek's already here kind of as depth. That's the issue. So I'll call him up because we're going to either trade him or use him, but I don't know. I just don't want him to be taking up a spot in the AHL. So if we do this, I also didn't say I gotta do one last set of drops at 5 minutes, so let's say in about 3 minutes from now. So Saikola, low elite, yeah, he'll start here at center. Kerman, low elite. Pruka, we have him, low elite. That'll be the first line. Low top 6, medium top 6, low top 6. I mean, these guys are low elite, but 24, 20, I'd rather have Wall here probably as first line if he's ever going to get growth. Jalen Wall. Lucic, Scarabelli. And then Doggy comes in with a 201. Escalators! Let's go, Doggy. Thank you very much. So Doggy had some entries carry over. He had 3 entries carry over. So Doggy, that'll be now your 4th entry into the next raffle. Thank you kindly. There you go. Escalators, escalators! We need one more forward, maybe? We could get another... We have no one scratch. Yeah, we could use another forward in the AHL. And defense... Is it all defense? It is. At least it's all defense. Low top 6 means low elite means... So these guys should probably be up here. Yeah, the extra 1 cent goes a long way, baby. Appreciate you. The coach hates this, this chemistry. Okay, Cornet, and Sharma. Both the low top 4. Kulin, medium top 6. Low elite, hold on. So Odell should be top pair. Put with Nikulin. Could do this. Perfect, I'll take it. I get 66% of that extra penny. YouTube gets the other 67%. YouTube gets the other 33% of that 1 cent. Okay, we can do this, I suppose. Chemistry's not good for the defense, unfortunately. Hey, Ryan! Long time no see. I haven't caught a data live stream in ages. How's the honeymoon phase? Hey, it's still going great. We haven't done the honeymoon yet. We're not married yet. But engagement's great. Lieutenant Tesoro and I have been together for a very long time. So it's not like it was anything crazy to say, like, oh, now we're engaged. We've been together for a very long time. Of course, it's a huge step, but it's not like there's a noticeable difference, I would say, from before and after in terms of it was just kind of going along. Are we going to be together? And now, oh, yes, we're engaged. It was always, we always had a long-term commitment in mind, but now it's official, which is great. So yeah, that phase is still as great as ever. Thank you for asking, Ryan. Let's get this game done, and then I'll put my last set of eye drops in for the next 2 hours. Let's do it here. Game 1, Year 8, here in Toronto at the Scotiabank Arena for 2030-31. Coming off of back-to-back 50-plus win seasons, we have one Stanley Cup in our franchise history. We made 3 consecutive Stanley Cup finals, but since then, we had a Round 1 exit and a Round 3 exit. Let's hope Year 8 will be different. Captain Elias Lindholm leading us out. One of the 2 final original Starfleet members. Valachevich making his NHL debut. Let's do it. First period, and it's 2-1 Starfleet after 20. Cole Perfetti on that second line, so starting it off with the opening goal, 3 minutes and 52 seconds in. Ross Colton ties it up, but then Vyacheslav Emelin in his NHL debut scores in the first period. Emelin, Busenyas, Valachevich all making their NHL debuts, and he scores in his first game. Second period, 4-2. Jalen Ramirez scores shorthanded. And then Avery McIntyre, coming off of the Rocket Richard, his 70-goal season. Speaking of 70 goals, Austin Matthews, Mr. non-70, scores after that. But McIntyre, who scored 70 last year to win the Rocket Richard, picks up where he left off. 4-2 after 40, Starfleet lead, 24-21 the shots. McIntyre, second of the evening on the power play, both on the power play, give us a 3-goal cushion now with 12 minutes to go. Leafs King says, who do you think is going to win between the Bruins and the Leafs? I don't know. The Leafs are bad at home and they don't have Matthews. So I would say if I had to make a guess, it would be Boston. But I wouldn't be surprised if Toronto can pull another one out. Forsberg scores late, but it's not enough as Starfleet wins the season opener 5-3 the final. McIntyre 2 goals and assists. Perfetti a goal and 2 assists. How did Otto Stenberg look? Otto, 2 assists from Otto. That might be a good spot for him on that second line. Plus minus, hey, +2 for Palika. -1s from a bunch of our players, unfortunately. But we'll grow. We'll learn. We'll get there. All right, quick last set of eye drops. So I'll let the Rangers game sim to keep you entertained while I put those in. At MSG, Madison Square Garden, let's do it. Game 2 of the year number 8 season. Let's let it run for a moment. I'll sim through the first 2 periods at least. First period, 1-0 Rangers. It's Roslovic on Brindamore who getting the start tonight. Second period, 1-0 it remains. Shots 24-23 in our favor. And that's 1-1. Breland ties it up. And ends 2-1 the final with a big game winner from, is it Emelin? I can't see my my eyes are totally blurry right now with drops in them. It's Emelin getting the game winner. That's what it was. His second NHL game, his second NHL goal, and it's the winner at Madison Square Garden of all places. Look at him. Starfleet wins 2-1 the final. Shots end 40-32. Thank you very much. The Latvians getting the 2 goals in this one. Breland and Emelin with the 2 third-period goals. The Latvian legends come through. Oof. Oof. I'm not a big fan of drops. Brindamore makes 31 saves as well to get the win, and there you have it. 2-0 to start the year. All right, so now it's 8 o'clock. I'll go ahead and pull up the Leafs-Bruins game. Very excited to get the result of this one. I'm sure it'll be done by time the third period is maybe underway, but we won't. I doubt we'll finish the game on the stream. Let's get the calendar now. Well, I just dabbed my eyes here. No problem. Doggy, I'll be eating dinner. If I don't get caught up, have a good night. If I do, well, we'll continue chatting. Perfect. Thank you, Doggy. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for the extra penny as well. Much love to you, my friend. Let's get this game on. A little Sportsnet. There you go. A little Sportsnet East. Perfect. All right, let's get some simulation going here in the calendar. We definitely want to see the Jets whenever that game comes up. Put the volume down. All right, there we go. Let's just start simming in the next couple of weeks and see what comes our way. All right. Minnesota Wild, 6-3 win at home. Sharks, 3-2 loss at home. First loss of the year. 4-2 loss on the road against the Canadiens. 7-0 shutout against the Kraken. 5-1 win against the Oilers. Back-to-back here, Canadiens, and then the Ducks. Mild concussion for Cole Perfetti, keeping him out of the lineup for just a little bit. So here's what we'll do. Otto Stenberg. Actually, no, we don't have to. McIntyre can go center. And Valacevic could come up. Whoa! Valacevic has 8 goals in 9 games? What in the world? All right, I don't want to move him off the line with Panarin then. Let's bring Breland up instead. Busenius can come to the third line. He has 5 points in 9 games. Okay. And we'll bring in Jan Jenik. Actually, no, I can bring in Owen Beck. There we go. We'll throw Beck a bone. Owen Beck will come in as fourth line center while Perfetti is out. Okay, there we go. All right, continuing on. Right side is healthy. Good. The Ducks, we beat them 7-1. Perfetti should be back for the game against the Ducks. Or one of those next two. Oh, Mighty Joe with the first PayPal hole. And then here comes Perfetti. He's back. Mighty Joe starting it off on the PayPal with the juicy 25 right there. Here's an eye drop special. Go Starfleet. Let's pop off this incredible season the right way. P.S. I need to do a Leafs franchise mode one of these days. Nobody can get done. S.O.S. Joe, I hear you. You're not the only one to say it. So 25, I believe that gives you 4 entries we had said. So multiply by 2, that'll go ahead and give you 8. Is that the right formula? Let me look back at my formula here. 20 to 40. Oh, no, 20 to 40 was 5. So that gives you 10 entries, Joe. And you had 5 already? I already have 15 entries right there. Maybe we'll go to, I don't know. I don't want to put a limit. Just maybe the next raffle will be at 150. I don't know. But thank you very kindly, my friend. Perfetti back in the lineup. Owen Beck in 2 games had 1 assist. So there you go. Breland will come back down. No problem. Thanks, Leaf King. Appreciate you. Valacevic slowed down a little bit. Let's get Breland back in the line. Yeah, let's get the lineup back to how it was when we were firing on all cylinders. Beck back down. McIntyre, how's he doing? 10 points in 11 games. Is there I can hold back and share the wealth? No need. No need. I'll adapt to whatever comes our way. So Perfetti back in the lineup. Wasn't gone for long. Good news. And we'll keep on going. Mikkola and Brindamore both look good. Alrighty. Back to the calendar then. We want to go see that Jets game coming up. 2-1 shootout win against the Sharks. Jets are at the end of next month. Okay, let's just keep on simulating then. No need to stop just yet. On the road against Anaheim, 6-3 win. At home against Anaheim, 2-1 loss. We see our division rivals very often. 3-2 loss. Mikkola back spasms out for a little bit. Okay, so now we need that goalie. Of course, now we need that goalie. All right, so for the moment, we'll call someone up, but we got to make a trade here. Pick somebody up. So for the moment, Eamon will come up just for the moment, but we won't actually use him. So let's get him in here. So Mikkola out for a little bit. This will give Brindamore a good chance to see how he does when given some more responsibility. Russell Brindamore. Right here. Eamon in there. HL, Zherdev here. Shishkinov here. Who's this? Alexander Shishkinov. Stop the sim. Oh, we're 11-2 in the AHL. Oh my goodness. All right, 4-2 win against the Ducks. All right, we are 9-6-0 through the first 15 games of the season. 13 points in 15 games from Avery McIntyre. And in the AHL, 13-13 from Skylar Lucic. Rod the Bod and Russ the Bus Brindamore. Incredible. I love it. All right, let's see any team that has 3 goalies or like a goalie who's like an 80 overall in the AHL, something like that. We'd be offering them, and yeah, we're defending Calder Cup champs, exactly. We'd be offering them either Beck or Jenik, and as much as we love Beck, I don't know, he has signed on for 1 more year. Jenik has the nationalities, that's the thing. Beck can't play 4th line with Busenius. That's what's killing him. We love Owen Beck. Bisou, bisou. Because any injury that happens would have to mean Busenius moving up to the 3rd line or Beck being in the top 9. Either Beck or Busenius would have to be in the top 9 if there's an injury. Busenius has been looking good, and this puck drop in Toronto. I'm going to say let's move Jenik probably. As much as it makes more sense nationality-wise to keep Jenik, Beck is signed on for 1 more year. He's 4 years younger. He has the experience with this team. We love Yannick, but I don't know if we need him as much with how things have been going. He hasn't played that much with us either. Last year, just 9 games. So Yannick would move out, maybe with a late pick, and we'll see what can come back our way. So we're looking at goalies sorting by overall. Let's see who has a good goalie in the AHL we could think about picking up. 4th line, Panarin. Yeah, I could see it. I could see that if need be. Lankinen's an option. Green light on Yannick, thank you. Lankinen could be an option. Suchanik. But I'm looking for like at least 79. At least 79. The Leafs won and Wall got a shutout. You are saying this. Let me see the clock. What is it? We are 31 seconds into the game. New record for you, Mark. There you go. Let's see. Dallas, no. Detroit, no. Martin's on the block. Spencer Martin on the block. 35, though. I don't know. Ratzlaff's on the block. Scott Ratzlaff. Good prospect. Medium starter. He's older now. He probably won't get any growth. I don't know. LA. Binnington, 75 overall. Binnington's there. Kirsch. Christian Kirsch. 3rd round pick. Medium starter potential. He's on the block here for the Canadians. Okay. Kirsch is an interesting one. Markkinen is a good one as well. Juho Markkinen. Juha Mikkola and Juho Markkinen. That could be something for us. We had him in one of our series. Was it with the Brooklyn Bellows or something? We had Markkinen a long time ago. A long time ago we had Markkinen in one of our series. Soderblom is also interesting, and Joey Decor's on the block. Arvid Soderblom. Islanders. Shalgren's injured. Pittsburgh, Tristan Jarry. Oh, we're making $7 million. No, thank you. Olivier Rodrigue. Guzda. Oh, no, it's Zurenko. Zurenko here. Vadim Zurenko. I always forget, is it Zurenko or like Zurenko? I think it's Zurenko. So Zurenko here in the AHL. That would be a good option at 81 overall. That would be nice. I think 81 is probably our move. And Hunter Jones is an AHL goalie. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, though. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen could be an option from Tampa. They have a lot of goalies, so this makes a lot of sense for them. And even Hugo Allenfet's in the AHL, but he's an 82, so I don't think I want to pick him up. But Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen would be a good option for us, I think. There's Meech playing as a starting goalie with Toronto. That's crazy. Okay, Vancouver, Vegas, Washington, Winnipeg. Okay, so I say it comes down to Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, Zurenko, or one of those medium starter players. Or even Soderblom. Any thoughts from anybody? Juho Markkinen even was an option for us. Kirsch. But I don't know if we want anybody with potential, really, right? What movie are you watching, Leafs King? Andrew says UPL. I kind of lean UPL as well, but part of me also wants to change it up. But it's also the one that probably makes the most sense. Markkinen at an 80 is also an option for us. Even Soderblom at an 80. Problem is I don't know what teams these guys are on. And Zurenko at 81. Maybe Zurenko. We've never had him. How does he look historically, though? Numbers are so-so. Let's see now who would want Yannick. Maybe the difference would be who wants Yannick. That might be the deal breaker. Who wants Yannick? So let's go to those teams here. Does New Jersey want Yannick? Yes, they do. Nashville doesn't want him for Markkinen. Do the Canadians want him for Kirsch? Yes. They would take him for Kirsch. That's an option. How about Tampa, though? Would Tampa want him? They do. Okay, let's not stretch this out longer than it has to be, then. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for Jan Yannick, straight up. Tampa, thank you very much. I'm happy to accept this offer. Maybe we could have gotten a 7th-round pick somewhere in there with it, but I'm happy with just swapping depth for depth. Thank you, Tampa. UPL, welcome back to a data franchise mode. He is in the organization. All right, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Let's go to roster moves and send what's-his-name back down. Immonen. Immonen goes back down. Thank you. Edit lines. Good old UPL. Goalies. Brindamore starts. UPL substitute. And even in there. Alright, beautiful. So, he's not even out for that long anyways. Mikola's out. Actually, no, I think it was like 3 weeks maybe. That's a little less, maybe like 2.5 weeks he's out. Okay. Let's keep on going into the calendar. We've done 15 games. Let's keep on going. We have like 3 games in 2 weeks against the Sharks coming up. Let's go see... Detroit's 14-1. Whoa, yeah, let's go see the Red Wings. All right, 5-2 loss, 5-3 loss. Great. Somehow we're just around 500. 4-1 win. Okay, 5-1 loss. Oh my goodness. Had some audio hiccup on my end. Missed last 5 minutes. Really? The last 5 minutes there's been... Oh, the audio's been coming through just on your end. Okay, I see. We're 10-9-0. I'm not super impressed with this. It was a hot start. Now we're cooling down a little here. 15-3 are the Detroit Red Wings. Let's face them in Detroit at Little Caesars Arena. We're hot. We're ready. Let's do it. First period, 1-1. Marquez opens it up, then Busenius ties it on Makanyemi. Second period, 2-2 game. Fiala shorthanded. Loves those shorthanded goals. Lucas Raymond on UPL makes it 2-2. Shots are 24-18, 3-2 to break it. But then Lindholm, the captain, ties it right back. But then Panarin on the power play gives us the lead. All right. And there's Slim. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Gabriel Perreault on the power play ties it up. Gotcha. All right. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, mighty Joe. Appreciate you letting me know. Power play Detroit here. Killed off. Slim has entered the chat. Let's get a little win for good luck here. Let's do it. 4 minutes to go. Tied at 4. Do we have a hero in the final minute? We'll go to overtime. All right. Shots end 34-28. We don't often hop into the games in overtime in the regular season, but you know what? Let's just do it for the one time this episode against one of the best teams in the league, if not the best team right now in Detroit. Let's go. Happy to have you back, Slim. Let's check it out. We were Slim. All right, overtime here in Detroit. A goal for Starfleet gets them back in the win column here. A goal for Detroit keeps their hot pace going. Hold on, Perfetti's fighting for it. Big open space for McIntyre! Too many moves in tight. Hold on, McIntyre again scores! Avery McIntyre, his 10th of the season! After embarrassing himself on the breakaway, he gets the pass back in front of the net, and Starfleet wins it in overtime. Yeah, perfect timing, Dan. Overtime winner in Detroit against one of the best teams, if not the best team in the league. What a giveaway. Gotta see that one again. Avery McIntyre gets his 10th of the year. Yeah, just nice giveaway in front. Thank you. We'll take it. Shots end 35-28, and we win 5-4. Prof Mac, top cheddar. Name a better duo. 70 goals last year. He has 10 goals in how many games now? 10 goals in 20 games. So average, he was on pace for 41 goals. We want to see more. He's supposed to be on pace for 70. Maybe, well, probably, actually, no, it's been 20 games. Let's pause now. It's been 20 games. Do we want to mix around the top 6 at all? McIntyre, first ballot Hall of Famer? Maybe, people are saying. So Panarin's been incredible. Despite his limited ice time of 14:05, he's leading the team in points. Valachevic has 10 goals and 17 points. Oh my goodness. Hasn't grown in overall, but already up from a depth forward to a third-line checking forward. Lindholm with 17, McIntyre 16, -4. So maybe that second line should be fixed up. -4, -7. Emelin has 11 points, averaging 7.5 minutes per night. And he has 11 points. That's crazy. Let's do some. Yeah, let's mix up the second line a little. Even Axel Sandin Palika's doing okay. Good. Busenius, Sider, Ramirez, and goaltending. Yeah, Mikola's been our guy, but he's been injured now. Wow. Okay, yeah, we definitely gotta make some changes here. Top 6. We're doing great, but it wouldn't hurt to make some changes. I would want to get Panarin and Valachevic up, but they're doing so well in that third line. I don't know. Rubric, 10 points in 20 games. Stenberg, yeah, okay, let's put Stenberg back on the third line. Let's put... Panarin's so good. I'd swap him for Rubric if we were just going for performance, but we need Rubric to grow. Maybe McIntyre comes up and Lindholm goes to the wing. Maybe. Rubric, McIntyre, Fiala, but who's the passer on this line? Can Fiala move down to the third line? Does that make sense at all? Or is that too crazy? If we go Panarin... Like, or maybe Panarin stays with Valasevic. No, Valasevic can have the playmaking of Perfetti, maybe. Rubric, McIntyre, Panarin. Let's try that for a little bit. Let's go 10 games like that. And Emelin has been incredible, but I don't know how to get him more ice time, aside from maybe power play. So, who can come off the power play? I don't know. Valasevic has been a monster. How can we get him more ice time? Penalty kill? Senius gets solid ice time. But yeah, McIntyre has a cup, a Calder, 3 cup finals, 2 Rockets, and Brian Hayes has like maybe a gold glove. Where can we get Emelin some ice time? I'm already bumping Fiala down. I don't like doing that. It's just for a little experiment here. Maybe Stenberg goes... Okay, let's do this. Stenberg to the wing. Emelin to third line center. Busenius to fourth line center. Yeah, the one gold glove on a losing in a sub 500 season is more important than 2 Rockets, a Stanley Cup. No problem. You love your rings. Why do you hate your rings now from what's his name? So we'll go Busenius fourth line center. Oh, unless no, Busenius can't come out. Maybe Afanasyev comes out, but he's been good. He's great. The fourth line's great. Thank you, Leafs King. Appreciate you. We won't do the playoffs this stream, but hopefully that'll be next week for next week's stream. Let's try this for a little bit. I'm loving this team. Let's try this for a little bit. I'm loving these point totals. Okay, back to the sim now. We're going to go see the Jets in a little bit, who swept us out, the defending Stanley Cup champions. We'll go see them in about a couple of weeks now. Mikola will be back before then. No, thank you. Yeah, the Heat loss, I saw that. 5-0 shutout against the Blue Jackets. Good. 4-0 shutout. All right, so 3 consecutive wins, including 2 shutouts since those changes. Kaza, you got it. What do you need? I started a franchise, but I'm having... Okay, Kaza has a quick question for us. I started a franchise, but I'm having 14 to 16 minutes per game in power play and never take penalties. You're giving up? Are you saying you're taking 14 to 16 minutes of penalty? Just to clarify that a little bit for me. What is your question exactly on the power play and the penalty killing? Goaltending, Brindamore, he got both those shutouts? Yeah, he did. Whoa! So Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's been great. So is Brindamore, but we got to bring Mikola back, of course. But that's very good to see. Finally, some consistent depth goaltending. Mikola's back from his back spasms. Very nice. So 3 wins in a row. Nice. So 3-2 loss, but after 5-0 win, 4-0 win, 5-2 win, we outscored our opponents 14-2 in 3 games since making those line changes. At least there's that. Calgary 6-4 win. And LA, what do we have here? 5-4 win. All right, so here we are against the Jets now, the defending Stanley Cup champions who swept us out of round number 3 or 2 episodes ago last season. They're 13-10-3. We're 16-10-0. My team is taking 5 to 6 penalties per game every time you're on a 5-on-3. I'm playing 3 minutes. Oh, I see. So you want to say, how can your team take less penalties? You got to look at 2 things. Number 1, you want to make sure that some players just simulate and take a lot of penalties. So let me clarify my clarification. If you're playing the game, you got to move down the sliders. You got to put down your sliders. If you're just simulating, the sliders will help, but you also got to look at players who seem to simulate getting penalties. Okay, so you're playing the games. So move the sliders down. So forget what I just said about seeing your players who take penalties, because simulation won't mean anything then. Forget that. All about your sliders. You gotta move down the sliders. That'll be what helps you. Here we are in Winnipeg to face the Jets. We're 16-10-0. Here we go in Winnipeg. First period, 4-1 Starfleet. Kaleta opens it up. Emelin, there he is in that third line. Panarin power play, Breland, and then Lindholm. How do you do it? You'd have to go to your settings. I'll show you after this, right after this, Kaza. Second period, 5-4. Woo. 3 goals from the Jets, Velarde, Walker, and Velarde again. Rubric getting a goal for us. We're up by 1 here, heading into the third period. Slim 5-4 game. Ooh, the Bruins had a good chance right there, almost halfway through the game. Varana, former Starfleet officer, Jakub Varana ties it at 5. Winnipeg power play, that's killed off. Power play, Winnipeg again. Shorthanded goal of all people, Axel Sandin Palika. And then Perfetti against his old team. Shishkinov gets one late. What a crazy game this has been. 7-6 with 5 minutes to go. Power play, Starfleet killed off. Final minute, and Ludvig Eriksson adds the empty netter. Whew, 8-6 the final. What a game. Oh my. 2 goals and assists from Velarde, a goal and 3 assists from the captain, a goal and 2 assists from Perfetti. Love it. Okay, 8-6 win. We'll get the win. We'll get the dub. Palika Shorty, is the sky falling? Alright, so your settings. You'll want to go to settings right here. I'm Brazilian and new with the NHL. It's frustrating to lose games because of penalties. I play 1 overtime. I hear you. I hear you, Kaza. It's very frustrating. My Portuguese is rusty, but I appreciate you making the effort here. So you go to settings, click on gameplay sliders, and then go over to penalties. You'll want to do CPU penalties if you want, but most importantly, CPU teammate penalties. Move that down. Tripping, slashing. Slim, get off the phone, Slimmy. And you'll want to bring all these down as much as possible, depending on which one you're seeing. Too many interference, bring down interference. Too much hooking, bring down hooking. Or just bring it all down. Up to you. But yeah, play with those sliders. That'll be your #1 thing that'll help you, Kaza. Okay, back to the calendar now. Big win then there against the Jets, but Mikkola has to be better defensively. We'll face the Jets again next week. In rules, settings, I changed something. Yes, settings and then to sliders. 2-1 overtime loss, then a 6-1 win. That was our first overtime loss of the season, actually. We're 18-10-1, hosting the Jets now. First period, 2-0 Jets. Thomas, shorthanded, and Brad Lambert. Second period, 2-0 it remains. Yes, I'll show you again, Kaz. Maybe I went too quickly. 2-1, McIntyre makes it a 1-goal game. All right, Avery, up on that first line. Thank you. We're within 1 here. At home, outshooting Winnipeg 30-20. Final 10 minutes. We still have a lot of time to do it. Rubric, I'm looking at you. Valachevich, I'm looking. Okay, Artemi Panarin, you can do it too. 2-2 game now as we're tied in the final minute, and we're off to overtime. Shots 33-24, headed to overtime now. You're right, the 3-2-1-0 points split. So I'd rather win in regulation, but here we are in the shootout, and the Jets win. Rector McGroarty scoring the lone goal. That's our second overtime shootout loss. And then back-to-back games? No, in 2 of our last 3 games after we didn't have any all season. All right, we're getting closer to the halfway point. That's game number 30 now. Let's look at the settings here for Kaza. So it's 29 points in 30 games from Panarin. The guy just doesn't age. It's hard to keep him down in the lineup when he's so good. So yeah, you go to the league. You press on settings. Then you press on gameplay sliders. And then you click R1 or L1 until you get to penalties in the top right. Penalties, and then play around with those. That'll be what you want to do. Hope that helps. Okay, back to the calendar. We'll do another 11 games until we pause at the halfway point. Things are going smoothly enough, I'd say, all things considered. The Devils are another one of our rivals. No, don't press on rules. Right, but that's the one you want to go to. Maybe you've been on a different one, but that's the one you want to go to. Let me see the history. So the Devils, yeah, they swept us out of the last Stanley Cup final that we were in 3 years ago. They swept us out. Our 3 Stanley Cup finals have been losing 6, winning 5, losing 4, and the Devils swept us out. They're 21-8-6. We beat the Kraken there 4-2. They're 21-8-6. We're facing them, looking for win number 20 on the year. No problem, Kaz. My pleasure. Let's go see Jersey in Jersey. There we go. And we'll see them. Yeah, we'll see them again. We're gonna see them twice. First period 0-0. Second period 2-1. There you go. Quarter penalties. That works fine, Kaza. Valachevich and then Rubric. That's what we want to see goals. That's who we want to see goals from. Roger McQueen making it 2-1. 2-2 quick in the third as Bjorkheim scores on the power play to start the period. Yeah, I know. That was unfortunate in the first final we had. Power play Starfleet here. Exchanging power plays for both teams. 2 killed on both sides. Final 5 minutes, power play Starfleet again, killed off once more. We gotta check the team stats. Final 2 minutes, outshooting New Jersey 41-30. We're off to overtime. In overtime, Brad Marchand took a penalty here for roughing. And in overtime, it's Cole Perfetti getting the winner on Jet Greaves. I hadn't realized that. Against our old friend Jet Greaves, Cole Perfetti gets the winner. Big one for win number 20. All right, we'll go through Winnipeg. Then we'll go see Jersey in Jersey. Then we'll see the Islanders too. All of our rivals in 1 week here. The Devils, the Jets, the Devils, the Islanders. All our rivals here. If Vegas chokes a 2-0 series lead, I can't wait for the next Slimcast. Confetti Perfetti. Check, please. First period, 1-0 rubric. Second period, 3-1. It's Kosa and Greaves, our 2 old friends. McQueen ties it with an Emelin, and Rubric with his second make it 3-1. We're up by 2. Power play Devils, 5-on-3. Big penalty kill for the most part, but just at the tail end of it, Hughes on the power play, and then Boldzuk ties it. 3-3 game. Make it 4-3 as we choke the 3-1 lead. Now down 4-3 with 3 third-period goals. Power play Starfleet, big chance. Killed off by the Devils. Power play Leafs for power play 2 in the real world here. Final minute, and we choke it. 3-1 lead to a 4-1 loss. A 4-3 loss. Great. All right, and last game against the Islanders before I keep simulating. Just want to see all the rivalry games. We're 21-11-2 on the road here on Long Island, facing the 20-15-3 Islanders. Here we go. First period, 1-1. Tolvanen, former Starfleet officer, Eli Tolvanen. Lindholm ties it. The Islanders beat us in our first Stanley Cup final back in year number 3 in 6 games. That's our rivalry with them. Second period, 2-2. Busenius shorthanded, then Emil Andre power play. 2-2 game here in the third. Shots 25-20 in our favor. And here we go. This will be the final. The next goal might be the final nail in the coffin for either team here. Let's see it. No scoring yet. So hold on. Power play. This is a big one. Killed off by the Islanders in the final 3 minutes. Next one's the winner in the final minute. And we're off to overtime. No scoring off to the shootout. And we win in the shootout. Valachevic wins it for us. And we take it 3-2. Less worth as a 3-2, as a shootout win, but still a shootout win. All right, 35 games, so 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Game 41 against the Ducks will be the halfway point. Let's keep on going. On the road against the Blackhawks, 4-1 win. On the road against the Sharks, 3-1 win. At home now for a little homestand. Blue Jackets and Coyotes, 3-2 win, 5-3 win. Finally, Otto Stenberg, ooh, fractured jaw. But he's not out for long. He's only out for like 2 weeks with a fractured jaw. Okay. I would want to bring up Breland, but I can't. So Busenius will come up, and Beck will come to the lineup. Yeah, because Beck can't have 2 Canadians there. So you go Beck and Busenius up there. Perfect. Hairline fracture, I guess, eh? Replacing all lines, but not actually, right? Yeah, that's it. Not actually. Thank you. Let's put, I'm putting Emelin here on the first unit power play for a week. He's crazy. I love this guy. Vyacheslav Emelin. No, thank you. All right, and a 6-3 win. All right, so we're on a little win streak here. That's 3, 4, 5, 6 game win streak. Love it. All right, so here at the halfway point, that's game 40. Let's sim through it. May as well sim through game 41. 43 points in 40 games from Artemi Panarin. How does he do it? The Ducks are 21-14-4. We'll be fighting them for the division title. First period, 2-1. Lundell opens it up, then Lindholm and Rubric give us the lead. Second period, 3-1. Lindholm second on the power play. The captain puts us up by 2 now. 3-1 game here at the halfway point. We want to win as much as possible here in the first half. Let's end it off with 3-1, the final. All right, so 3-1 the final, and we had Mikla making 35 saves, Lindholm 2 goals, and Rubric with a goal. All right, so at the halfway point, our pace we had a big improvement. 7-game win streak really changed our how things were going. We're on pace to go 56-22-4. That would be a franchise record, correct? Yes, it would be. Our record is 55, so 56 would be great. All right, at the halfway point, Artemi Panarin, 44 points, on pace for 88 at 38 years of age. What a monster this man is. At 39 years of age now. Avery McIntyre on pace for 50 goals and 80 points. I can accept that. Elias Lindholm, the captain, on pace for 78 points with 39 and 41. Cole Hudson on pace for 64, excuse me, with 32 and 41. The rookie, Michael Valacevic, 18 goals and 30 points. He's on pace for a 36-goal, 60-point rookie season. Like I said, the overall is going to be skyrocketing, already an 83 overall. Fiala has 29 on pace for 58. Okay. Perfetti, 29 and 39 is upsetting, I have to say, from Cole Perfetti. Maybe we put him back on the first line, because the second line doesn't seem to be helping him that much. Rubric, okay, on pace for, what is that, 56 points? I don't know, Rubric. I need to see you in the 60s. Rubric might be a trade candidate within a couple of years if things don't change. Stenberg on pace for the 50s. Emelin on pace for 42 points, playing under 10 minutes per night. That's crazy. Yeah, good question. The shot pace. So Perfetti, whoa, the shots are way low. He's on pace for under 200 shots. That's very odd. Very, very odd. Afanaseyev looks great. Akhilsandin Palika, he's plus 18, finally. Busenya, 17 points from the rookie. 54 penalty minutes. What a guy. 6'3". Gets angry sometimes. Breland on pace for 28. So he's not doing anything that crazy, unfortunately. He's a great player, but he might end up being just a full-time fourth liner, which is okay. No problem, as opposed to a middle six forward of the future. Eriksson on pace for 26, Ramirez, Sider, Romanov, and Beck. All right, our three goaltenders. Mikko at 19, 7, and 2 with a shutout, 918 save percentage, 2.47 goals against, while Russell Brindamore is 8 and 4 with 2 shutouts, a 928 save percentage, and 2.18 goals against. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, no problem there. 4 appearances, 3 wins, 921 save percentage, 2.41 goals against. That is great. 6 minutes to go in the Leafs game, 0-0 in the first period. So, yeah, we're going to make some changes here. We're going to make some changes. I know we've... well, actually, we're on a 7-game win streak. In a perfect world, I think Rubric comes down to the second line and Perfetti goes up to the first line. But you know what? Yeah, I think we're going to do it anyways. Perfetti to the first line. We're going our classic Panarin, Perfetti, McIntyre plus 5 first line. With Valacevic, Lindholm, Rubric as the second line. Yeah, we're going to do that. And the bottom 6 will stay the same. Alright, that's what we're going to do. And goaltender's fine. Good. Stenberg will come back soon anyways. Okay. Down in the AHL, how's scoring down there for the reigning Calder champions? 44 points in 36 games from Tuomo Saikola, and we're 28-7-1. Love it. Alrighty, on to the second half now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. Let's go see... any good... maybe like a team we won't see too often. The Flyers. We'll see the Flyers in a couple of weeks. 3 games from now. Blue Jackets fire their head coach, Russ Rasmussen. All right, at home, 5-4 win against the Blackhawks. On the road, 4-3 shootout loss against the Ducks. Then a 5-4 loss against Tampa on the road. Otto Stenberg is back to full health. Very good. Owen Beck will come out. No points for him since he came into the lineup. Yeah, we'll do that. Otto Stenberg comes back in. Has Emlyn gotten any power play points when I put him on the power play? He had 2 power play points in that time. Emlyn is crazy. Who is this guy? Vyacheslav Emlyn, you're crazy. What if I put him third line? And now Fiala's back to an 86 overall? Okay, that's good. Let's go Busenya's fourth line center for a little bit. I want to get Emlyn more ice time. Emlyn is crazy. Like we said, Valacevic up to an 83 already. Sorry, a power play. Stenberg's going to come back to the power play. But Emlyn's going to keep getting his third line minutes. Alright, Otto Stenberg. That should be good. There we go. Okay, make sure I didn't miss that. Oh, I did miss something. No, that was Joseph. Okay, sorry. I thought I missed another one from Joseph. I was going to say, whoa, Joseph. All right, that was Joseph's from earlier. All right, so let's go see the Flyers here in Philadelphia. They're 24-13-3. We're looking for win number 30. First period, 1-0. Vyacheslav Emlyn! Oh, my goodness. This is crazy. Second period, 4-1. Busenya's, McIntyre, Lindholm. Beautiful. 4-1 after 40. Michkov makes it 4-2. If we can get one more, I'll sim to the end. Give me another one. Give me a fifth one. Come on, somebody give me a fifth. Somebody give me a fifth so we can call it a game. There we go. Thank you, Valachevic. And it ends 5-4. Ooh, Cutter Gauthier and Matvey Michkov getting a couple more. You want to see Emlyn on the first line? I don't know. All 3 stars from the Flyers. Biased 3 stars. But then who comes out of the top 9? Maybe... I don't know. We'll try the experiment soon. Emlyn's gonna see first line minutes before the end of the year. I'm not sure when. Let's go see Utah. Yeah, let's go see Utah, as Joe said. Yeah, we'll do it, Mark. We'll do it. All right, Kings 3-1 win against LA. Facing the Hurricanes, 2-1 win. Kings again, 7-0 win. And a 2-1 shootout win for the Ducks. No, I mean because it was a home game, so someone... The person who chooses the 3 stars is always some... Isn't it usually it's like some writer for the home team or something? Bah, well, cry harder, son. You didn't even see the offensive output of our team. One guy gets a goal and 2 assists. How do you know someone on our team didn't get a goal and 2 assists? We scored more goals. We had the better performance all around. Maybe there was one player who should have been the 3rd star. Cry harder with no facts. Let's look at this one. We're looking for win 35. The Coyotes want to get win 30 here in Utah. First period, 4-0. Valachevic scores twice. Emelin and Rubric. That's who we want to see goals from. Oh, plus minus, of course. The black and white TV stats, like we were saying in the Discord server. Cry harder! All right, third period, up 4-0. Let's call it there. Woo! 4-0 the final. 3 stars from this one, all from the Coyotes probably, right? Oh, we got 3. Oh, thank you. Thank you for gracing us with that. Slim may not agree, but it's okay. Valachevic scores 2 goals. Brindamore 26 saves for the shutout. That's his 3rd shutout of the season at least. And Rubric a goal and 2 assists. Seems to be settling into that second line role a little easier. That's good. Coyotes, one's crying. Cole Perfetti, injured arm, out for like a week. This is Emelin's chance. All right, we've been waiting for this. This is his chance now. Emelin, first line center. This is his chance. He's been waiting for it. Stenberg back here, and Busenius back here. And then Beck comes into the lineup. All right, big chance for Emelin playing first line minutes. In Cancun, yeah, they're crying. All right, Vyacheslav, we're looking at you, buddy. No, he is the Latvian. We're going to go in to see his first game as first line center. He is a monster out there. Facing our friends, the Canucks, 25, 21, and 5. Let's do it. New Canucks episode just came out yesterday if you didn't see it already. First period, nothing. Second period, 3-2. Bobby Brink on the power play. Panarin on the power play. Rubric makes it 2-1. Then LeBlanc ties it. And Wade Allison makes it 3-2 Vancouver. Down by 1. Vyacheslav, come on, buddy. Power play Vancouver killed off. Oh, we didn't check the team stats. Sorry, we're going to check that after this game. When trying to close out a series of the last 5 games, the Bruins are 0-5. 2.8 goals for per game. 4 goals against. 46% on the power play. 869 save percentage. Yikes. Yeah, no, if you haven't seen it yet, no spoilers yet if you haven't seen it yet. Thank you. It's my while at work on a Friday stream. Beautiful dice. And we lose this one 3-2. Unfortunate. Shots end 35-33 and we choke it. 2-1 lead, we lose 3-2. I should have checked the MLN stats. Sorry. Okay, so let's go into the team stats. I know we're past the halfway point of 41. We're at 51 now, but I still want to see the team stats. Team stats. So after 51 games, we sit number 3 in the NHL. Goals per game, 4th best in the league. Goals against, number 1 in the NHL by like half a goal. That's great. Power play, 26.5. Number 2 in the NHL. Penalty kill, 84.2. Closer to top than the bottom. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13th in the league. All right. 13th in the league for the penalty kill. Special teams aren't bad. Special teams are not bad. Oh, we should have looked. Can someone scroll back in the video quickly? What were Emelin's stats when he took over first line center? He might only have a couple more games there, but 3-0 loss, yikes. And Perfetti's already fully healed. Okay. Unfortunate. All right. Emelin didn't, unfortunately, do too much, it looks like. 16 goals, 11 assists from him. We love him, but we'll have to put him back down. Because we need Perfetti to be playing there. Absolutely. Busenius goes back. 65 pounding minutes. Busenius is getting a lot of pounding minutes. And Perfetti back to first line. Okay. Plus minuses here looking okay. So okay. I can handle that. And how's the second line? Actually, how's everybody in the top 6? +1 from Perfetti, +4 from McIntyre, 6 Lindholm, 14 Rubric, 3... Okay, the minuses are gone. That's the good news. The minuses are gone. Okay. Then it was an 8-2 win with Perfetti back in the lineup. Poof, okay. The Bruins, let's sim through the first game, then go to the second game. In Boston, we win 8-6. Whew. And now here we are hosting the Bruins. A couple days later, when the stream... Okay, thank goodness. What's going on? What's going on, EA? Okay, thank you. First period, 2-0. Hey, it's having a hard time now. It's having a hard time. Oh, good old NHL 24. Let's just get out of this game. Once it seems to be loading, just taking a long time. All right, period sim done. 2-0 Palika and Valachevic. Let's sim the whole game. Finish game, yeah. 5-1. Thank you. I don't want to wait. Valachevic got a hat trick. Was that the first of his career? Hey, hat trick for Valachevic. Look at that. Might be the web. I don't think so. Because it wasn't the stream. It was the game not loading. Look at that, Valachevic. Congratulations, buddy. And Mikla, 27 saves on 28 shots. 5-1 win. Val Hattie. You love to see that. 5-1 win. 2 big wins against the Bruins. I don't want to exit and save. Should I? No, I'm not going to exit and save. The auto-save would be going anyways. All right, let's sim a couple of weeks. The Stars are on a good team, and we'll stop against Dallas. 6-2 win against Vegas. Now on the road against Vegas. 7-2 win. 1-0 loss. No, 2. Oh, 2 for... You know what? Mine was 2 dice. It was a 2 for 1. 1-0 loss. 7-4 loss. Yikes. So a couple of big losses after some big wins. We got win number 40, though, against Vegas. 37, 20, and 8 are the Dallas Stars. Yeah, let's go see them. Last big game we'll go see before the deadline. Yes, in the AHL game. So we're 40, 16, and 3. First period, 1-1. Antonio scoring, opening it up. Then McIntyre ties it. Second period, 2-1. Elias Lindholm. And third period, Zherdev is going to be the goalie in the AHL. The AHL backup would just be a random that the game assigns. Breland makes it 3-1. There's that Latvian power. The Latvian lore. Power play Dallas killed off. Power play Starfleet killed off. Final 5 minutes. Strange's revenge game. Is he in this lineup against Dallas? And then Ramirez adds the empty netter. 4-1 the final. Big win for your Starfleet officers. Mikkola makes 20 saves. Lindholm and Ramirez with goals there for third star. And there you go. So let's keep simulating to the deadline now. I don't think we have any changes to make, but we'll always do our due diligence. Barkov and Samoskevich. Woo, for a couple prospects. Didn't we? Yeah, I think we did. 3-2 overtime loss. Imanen's back to full health. Good. How's everybody doing over here? 20 goals, 36. Skylar Lucic is a monster. Sakola, Scarabelli, Sareda, Morales, Rakunin, Nesterov, Whitney, Gonchar. I never signed anyone for the AHL. Artem Gonchar. But we're doing well enough. Artem Gonchar can stay, I guess. Plus 44 from Sheldon Odell. Oh my goodness, and 46 there. Wow, our plus minus is ridiculous. Whoa. Shishkinov, yeah, you're out. Zherdev looked okay. And Imanen is killing it. Topi Imanen, I would think, is fighting... Whoa! He was high start... No. Wasn't he medium starter? Was he always medium elite to start the season? Maybe he was already medium elite. Yeah. But he definitely wasn't elite when we signed him. But he's medium elite right now. Could Topi Imanen take over as backup from Russell Brindamore? Also a tough question because Russell Brindamore is having a great season himself. 5-2 win against the Avalanche. Odell was drafted 167th overall last year? Just last year? In 2030? Hold on. And Valachevic, by the way, 85 overall. Like I said, the overall is skyrocketing. I was going to say, yeah, probably a couple of years prior. Sheldon Odell, yeah, 2027. 6th round pick in 2027. Sheldon Odell. Wow. Good American boy. Good Irish American boy. And what are we doing down here? We're at 48, 12, and 1 in the AHL. 2027. No problem, Milo. Welcome to the stream. What big moves happened? Well, we traded Fabian Lysell our top prospect in Cam Marchant, and a first-round pick for the first overall pick, and a first-round pick, sorry, for the first overall pick, which was on the trade block. The Canadians won the draft lottery. They were on the trade block. Valacevic is the player we drafted as an 81 overall. He's already up to an 85, and he is going to be huge for us down the road. He has Slovakian nationality, which is very big. I hate to cheese a first overall pick trade, but there was no cheese involved in this one. So Valacevic is the big move as he joined the team. Slovakian shredder. I don't think anyone else really joined the team, right? It was more just players getting promoted to the team. Yeah, that was it. Busenius getting promoted, for example. The Slovakian shredder. Yeah, already 85. I'm telling you, the high elite potential is a rocket. Let's just sim through this one quickly so we can get to the deadline. 0-0, 2-0 Ramirez and Plika. 3-2 win, Lindholm with the winner, even though we concede 2 goals late. And there we go. Okay, so there's the last game for the deadline. We're 43-16-4 before the deadline. Now the question is, would we make any moves? And if we did, who would it be? So let's check out the trade value around the league. We have a ton of cap space, which is good. Here are the trade values for us, if you are curious. Just taking a little gander there. How's Stortini doing? 63 overall medium elite, 2-way D, 4th round pick in 2029. Dane Stortini, 42 in 48 in the US there. Okay. How's Nabokov doing? 73 overall. Love it. Stanislav Nabokov, 25 goals in 42 games in Russia. Yes, that's great. Right, so remember, our draft pick situation, we have a first, a second, a third, 2 fourths, a fifth, 2 sixths, and a 7th. That's our draft pick situation. All right, let's check out the trade blocks around the league. I don't think we even want to really do anything, but we'll check them out. Whoa, big trade block names here in Anaheim. Anton Lundell, Trevor Zegras, Troy Terry, Nikishin, Drysdale, Roy, Costin. Whoa. But where would any of these guys fit, right? Where would any of these guys fit? That's the problem. Multi-year contracts as well. Just crazy to see those big names out there. If you look at what kind of numbers they're putting up this year. Lundell, Zegras, Terry. Great results as well. The Ducks are a very good team. Wouldn't make sense. Yeah, we need someone to stay as depth for sure. Wouldn't make sense. Shea Theodore on the block in Arizona, but 2 years left at 12 million. No, thank you. This prospect here is interesting. Zegras, yes, Andrew, but now that I see Anaheim's record and we're division rivals, I'd say forget it. Boston. Rubric, I wouldn't say he's on the block right now. Rubric, has he picked it up a little bit? He was on, what, a 56-point pace, we said? What's he doing right now? Let me break out the calculator while it's the intermission. What's his pace right now? 47 and 63, 82. He's on a 61-point pace, so he has improved since the halfway point. So I wouldn't say he's trade bait right now. No, Merrill Kelly got transferred to the 60-day IL. No, one of my best pitchers in my fantasy baseball. That's devastating. All right, back to it. Yes, he's a plus 24. That's also good. That's also good. So yeah, that's that. Back to the trade blocks. So my overall. Calgary. Ooh, big names here in Calgary. Pierre-Luc Dubois. You'd love this one, Slim. Pierre-Luc Dubois on the trade block. Expiring contract. 59 points in 65 games. 89 overall. Yeah, another pitcher down. What a crazy year for pitchers. Hendrix Lapierre also on the block. But he's kind of like an Owen Beck. Calgary also a winning team, so I don't know if it makes sense. Carolina has Zary on the block. Chicago has Sam Reinhart. Good old Sam Reinhart. Sorry, the hiccups are getting back at me. Oof. The hiccups are coming hard. Dubois is kind of intriguing, yeah, but we have, I don't know, where would he go as an 89 overall centerman? Maybe he goes third line, Stenberg to the wing, then who moves down? These questions, we'll have more spots to fill when Panarin, Lindholm, Fiala are gone or they retire or what. But for right now, I don't know. Yeah, in all of our series, Reinhardt's always being offered to us. Keep him in mind. Devon Tays from Colorado. 4-star defense. Werenski, Forsling. Dallas, Detroit, Edmonton, Castonguay. Yeah. Edmonton, Yamamoto, 4 years left. Florida, ooh, look at all the guys from Florida. Tage Thompson, 91 overall, Tage Thompson. Doesn't fit the lines, though. Tage Thompson. Imagine another Canadian. 75-point season from Tage as well. Is Florida a bad team? Yeah, they're 23, 36, and 5. Tage Thompson, Alex Barkov. Alex Ovechkin, 45-year-old Alex Ovechkin as well. He signed for 2 years, but you'd think he's only going to be here for one more when he retires. Alex Ovechkin, 43 points in 27 games. We got Malkin, we got Crosby, we got Panarin, we gave them all the 1 year. We got Pavelski. Do we give Ovechkin a chance at 45 years of age? If we're making a splash, I think Florida's the spot here. Ovechkin, Barkov, Thompson. Yeah, keep them. We'll come back. Keep Florida in mind for sure. Middleton here in LA. Let me just go back to this screen here. Yeah, Sasha's finished. Mini, Montreal. Huberto's on the block. Yeah. How's I'm scared to look. We'll wait till the end of the year. How did Fabian Lysell do? We'll look at the end of the year. Nashville, New Jersey, Islanders, Tolvanen, Middlestat, Barzal. We wanted to get Barzal like in episode 2 or something, but we settled on Cole Perfetti. Barzal was interesting at one point. Mr. T! Good evening to Mr. T. Now, Mr. T, if you didn't hear from the start of the stream, unfortunately, with your entries in the raffle, you did not win a created player, but you did have your raffle entries carry over, and then 20 more just came in from Mr. T. So Mr. T's entries from last raffle, 4 of them carry over to next raffle, and 20 is, we said 4, that's 8, so that gets 8 more. That brings you to 12. 12 entries for Mr. T. Thank you kindly, my friend, for the 20. And that'll give you now 12 entries in the next raffle. And I'm sure that you will have a created player in one of these raffles in no time. Thank you very much, I'm sure that you will. Thank you very much, my friend. And I'm sure that you'll have a player. So Matty Barzal on the block. Same for big top 50 Bo Horvat. That's very tempting. How are the Islanders looking? They're 32, 29, and 5, but they're sellers. The Islanders also make me think a little. Joseph, Senators, Flyers, Penguins, Sharks, Shakir, 4 years left from him. Rasmus Anderson, 1 year left. Robbie Fabry, Gregor, Walker, Graham Clark. Both top 50s also very interesting. Toronto, Vancouver, Vegas, Washington. Some prospects here. Who's this guy? Backlund. Robert Backlund. First round pick. And Winnipeg. Okay, so I say it comes down to the Islanders and the Panthers. The Panthers, for a long-term piece, they have Tage. Well, long-term, he's 33. For like for a beyond this season piece, there's Tage Thompson. But that's a lot of trade value, so just let him walk. Barkov, Mangiapane, Ovechkin really speaks to me the most. Ty Cardi, how's he looking? He's a good player in the real world. So Ovechkin, and I'd say Thompson sound the best to me. Barkov's a lot of trade value for Barkov. I'd say Thompson if we were wanting to keep him after this season, but where would he go? Maybe he replaces Fiala or Panarin or whoever in the top 6. And Ovechkin, of course. Big Ovi. What spots are we exactly looking to fill? That's the question as well. If we brought in Ovechkin, you'd think that he plays third line. He can't play fourth with Igor. Igor probably comes out of the lineup. So the forwards would probably end up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Panarin 8. 9 Breland. 10 Bucenius. 11 Emelin. 12 Ovechkin. So the fourth line would be Emelin, Bucenius, Afanaseyev. The third line would be Panarin, Ovechkin, Stenberg. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, in the top 6, there you go. So it would work. It would work. If we want to bring in a big name, like a Thompson or a Barkov, I'm not sure where they fit. Would we have to give a forward back? I don't think we'd have to. Panarin or Ovi. Oh, yeah, it's true. Because Panarin and Ovi are both Russians. We have to be careful there. Yeah, you're right. So Fiala would go up then. Panarin would go up and Fiala would come down, I mean. If we go to the Islanders, we can get... I don't think Matty Barzal would make as much sense, but Bo Horvat could make sense for us. He could go third line center, Canadian, and then Stenberg goes wing. Big Bo. When's the last time we had Bo in a series? Have we ever? Almost point per game this season is Big Bo. Second line, first unit power play. He would play third line. So let's just look at that again quickly. Would love to have a top 50 player. That's true. Top 50 player would go a long way. So Emlyn gets bumped down. Ovechkin comes in. And that works. Actually, that works fine. If Emlyn goes down and Afanaseyev leaves. So imagine Afanaseyev is Ovechkin. That would work. Or imagine Afanaseyev is Bo. And this works. So the question is, do we want to get a third line center or a third line winger? The center would be Canadian, which wouldn't be a problem. But the winger would be Russian, which could be a potential issue with being able to play with Panarin. Also, Bo can't play with Rubric, but I don't think Rubric would be coming down the third line, really. So it comes down to, do we want Ovi? Yeah, only one. Do we want Ovi or Bo? It comes down to Ovi or Bo. Ovi is the storyline at 45 years old. Bo's also storyline too, but... depends what we need. Bo would be the better centerman. It would take some ice time from Stenberg, though. It would take some ice time from Stenberg, because Bo would go into the penalty kill and all that. Yeah, I don't think Barzal makes as much sense. I would think at 33, he's the captain of the Islanders. They're conservative sellers. Do they trade their franchise player? I don't know. Higher trade value as well. How's the penalty kill looking? Currently sitting second in the league, 5 games in hand on the Blues, though. We completely overlook the fact that Ovi has 43 points, only 27 games. That's also true. He's played less games. Penalty kills at 82.2. Went down a little bit, right? We play the Islanders the next day after the trade deadline. Ovechkin or Bo? What do the Panthers want? The Panthers are the more obvious sellers. As Ovechkin would want to leave as well. But maybe Bo doesn't want to waive his no trade. I don't know. Ovechkin would definitely want to go. Who do we give you back? How close to the second round pick, guess? About halfway there. Skaters matching the block. Who matches the block for you? Not much. Really not much. Artem Nikulin could probably be tossed in. Not that much, really. They don't like that much here. That's the unfortunate part. Oh yeah, check the goalies here. Goalies, okay, they are interested in goalies. We do have a few. We could move one of them. One of... maybe Zherdev moves, 72-22. He's been good. He's been good. We could just do Zherdev straight up, probably. And Florida has too many goalies? Really? Okay, we take back Sawchuk. Even that, do we want to give a medium league goalie prospect for just a rental in Ovechkin? Well, whoever we get would be a rental. I don't know, that's a big trade. It's because goalies have so little trade value. He would have more value than that if he was a forward. What other rookie skaters do we have out here? Who's Morales, maybe. Jordan Morales, yeah, second round pick, power forward. What's he doing down in the AHL? 31 and 62. 66 points. 60-22. Campaignen, fifth round pick, two-way D. Maybe Campaignen, low elite potential prospect. The second round pick. This might do it. That might do it. But do we want to? Ovechkin, of course, he's Mr. Simulation. He always sims so well. 43 points in 27 games. Crazy year from him so far. Look at ice time. 16:45. And Bo. Big Bo. Do they want... they do want the second at least. Which helps. Would it be enough trade value for Bo? Might have to add a little bit more. Is he cracking power play 1, Ovechkin? Also a good point. I don't know if he would. Sorry. Let me just make sure. Maybe 54, yes. Pacers advance, just got that. Notification. So Bo, 61 points, close to point per game. He's a +7, 15 points in the power play, playing 18-12 of ice time. He has the X factors as well, which is very helpful. He has the 4-star defense and the 90 faceoffs, which is also very helpful. My heart is pulling me in the direction of Ovi, but my brain, and my franchise mode brain too, is pulling me in the direction of Bo Horvat. He would really be a big help defensively. In the postseason, we go in to see those faceoffs. 5-star puck skills as well. Bringing in a top 50 player is great, and big Bo top 50. The Islanders are our rivals, though. Ovechkin, we love him, but it's a storyline that we've seen before, getting Ovi that last cup. Crazy that he's 45. But we did it for Pavelski. We tried to do it at least for Pavelski, for Malkin, for Crosby. Do we do it for 45-year-old Ovi? If no one else was there, maybe. But Bo is really speaking to me here. Are we saying green light Bo? Or are we saying, let's think about this a little bit further. I'll do a little bit more of a deep dive. Hobbsy says Bo speaking to me more. Dice says Bo. Big Bo top 50. I'd really throw something crazy for Tage, but that's just me. I hear you. I hear you. That's great. But Tage would say, and Lynan says Bo too, Tage would take, number 1, more trade value, and number 2, it would be needing a top 6 spot, which wouldn't be the end of the world. Right now we're trying to hold a third-line spot open. So that's a lot of trade value for Tage Thompson, and it's a trade value for a guy who's 31, going on 32. Not old yet, but he has maybe like 3-4 more elite years, as opposed to someone who's more in their 20s if we're going for a big piece. What am I looking at here? Oh yeah, I was trying to look at trade value if you wanted to go for Tage Thompson. It would take it would take like Ryan Rubrick. It would take Rubrick, would have to get tossed in there probably. And I'm not sure we want to do that right now. Rubrick and Stortini would probably be the range that we're looking at. Anyways, back to Bo. I don't think we can go for less. I don't even think that would get it done, honestly. There's other players who match the block. Maybe Morales, but we like Morales too. They like Beck. Kerman, lowly. How's Kerman doing down here in the AHL? 57 points from Yerky Kerman. 5-star physical grinder with 4 good shot blocking. Yeah, he could be a 4th liner next season. I want to keep Kerman. I was hoping to keep that second, but c'est la vie. Yeah, you would. Yeah, I hear you. Palace, Zadorov, Nikulin. Let's start with this. All right. I was gonna ask. Does anybody know the story of top 50 Bo? I just got a notification from Zyke in the Discord, so I'll look at that later. Does anyone know the story, the origin story of Bo top 50? Let's offer this to the Islanders. What do you say? Campaignen and a second-round pick. Islanders say trade rejected, as assumed. Let's toss in Nikulin. Nikulin. Or should we add in Zadorov? Neither of them makes the NHL, probably. Nikulin is playing, but let's try Zadorov then. What do you say now to this, Islanders? Trade rejected. You're quite far off in value. Zadorov, Kampinen. We'll throw in another rookie who's not on their block, but rookie's still important. Is that? Red Boy changed his name to Slavkovsky is my goat. Wow. Nice guy. Red always had it in him. Who could we toss in here? Brizgalov? Vitaly Brizgalov, 6'5" power forward. Oh, I like this guy though. I like that 6'5" power forward. But he's 20. He's 63. I don't know. We'll give another year to Brizgalov to marinate. It's because he lost to Slav versus Eklund bet. Oh, that's why. Earl Scarabelli is doing well in the AHL. I wouldn't want to move him either. Hey, it's tough. Verkunen. Passive Verkunen. Second round pick. Is it time to cut him loose? 2.5-star sniper. Yeah, let's cut him loose. 67-22. Let's cut him loose. So, 3 prospects and a second round pick for a rental of Bo Horvat. This should go. Islanders, what do you say? You're a bit off. Okay, let's just add a depth pick and we'll call it a day. Let's throw in a 7th and we'll call it there. 7th from Toronto. All right. New York, thank you very much. So Bo Horvat will be coming to San Francisco. He's spent the last number of years now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Parts of 9 seasons with the Islanders. 1,288 games played, over 1,000 points scored. Big top 50 Bo Horvat. Welcome after long last to a Data 782 franchise mode. The running joke has finally joined the team. Bo top 50. Welcome to San Francisco. Alright, it costs a 2nd, a 7th, and a few prospects to get it done. But Bo is a member of Starfleet, automatically given the rank of commander. And he'll be slotted into our lineup right away as we have our run to the end of the season here. So, a final save will come out of the lineup. Stenberg's going to go here. Sorry. Yes. And then Beck would come in. No, they moved someone down. Hold on. Where am I going? Horvat's coming in. Who got sent down to the AHL? Hold on. I'll figure that out in a second. Second line. Bo Horvat. Done. AHL. Who got sent down to the AHL to make it work? Oh, it's Emelin. Yeah, Emelin. There you go. Why is he Bo top 50? There you go. Someone wants to know the origin story. Bo top 50. Finally. I've been waiting to tell. While I fix the lines, I'll tell this story. Actually, I'll do best lines here for a second. The AHL. Hey, Emelin has to come back up. Hold on. Let me just do this, and then I'll tell the story. So Emelin has to go back up. Who goes down? Oh, that's the question. Somebody's got to go down, eh? Because Emelin definitely has to be in the lineup, but there's too many players. So Pruka. Emelin comes up. Yes. Then who goes down? Do we risk Beck through waivers? I don't know if we can do that. Do we risk Svozil? We could risk Svozil's through waivers, our 7th D. Worst case, we call up somebody else. Could we, though? We have Nikulin. That's another tough one. Do we risk Beck through waivers? Good contract. You would think that he gets claimed, maybe. Or we could send down someone like Busenius who doesn't need waivers and then make a separate trade. We could do that. I have to fix lines again anyways. Okay, let's exit out for a second then. I'll tell you the top 50 story when I'm fixing the lines. Give me a sec here. So that means we'd have to trade one of our forwards out. Is this the point where we trade Beck? Then Afanaseyev is there as 13th forward. I guess this is the point where Beck gets traded then. I was hoping we wouldn't get to this point, but it seems like we've gotten to that point. So I want to keep Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen up as well. He's been great as 3rd goalie. So I guess Beck is the odd man out. Owen Beck, buddy, we love you. But it might end up being that. The Capitals are buyers, And they want a depth forward. Okay. We just lost a 7th, so can I take back, I don't know, a 4th for Owen Beck? Maybe even a 3rd? That's probably a bit too crazy, but I'll try the 3rd. Owen Beck, one of the original Starfleet members, not being on the team in the NHL, but in the organization. He's been here for a nice long time now. We've loved having Owen Beck, but he's turned into more of a depth guy for us. He's had his clutch moments, 5 game-winning goals in 2026-27, 9 through 392 games. 4 game winners in the playoffs. He had 3 of his 4 were game winners in 2026. He has a Stanley Cup ring with us and everything. This is sad, but it's to get Bo top 50 in the lineup. So Washington, we do a 3rd? No. So we'll try a 4th then. Even a 4th and a 7th just for funsies. 4th and a 7th? No. 4th? Yes. All right, 4th round pick. Thank you, Owen Beck, for everything that you've done for us here in San Francisco. I hope to see you again someday. But for right now, we got to make the move because it's what makes the most sense for us on our Stanley Cup run. So let's get back to the lineup. So while I fix all this stuff, so Bo top 50, the story comes from my good friend in the Discord server who's named Bo Horvat top 50. We were friends. We've been friends for a long time, friends in high school. We've been doing fantasy sports together for years. Hockey, baseball. We've been doing fantasy sports together for, I'd say 10 years now, I guess. Now, one of his friends who joined one of our leagues once, I'm going to say back in like 2015 or 2016 max. I think 2016. I think it was 2016. He was trying to figure out the worth of players because he wanted to make a trade. And Bo Horvat was on his team. And my friend wanted to acquire Bo Horvat from his friend, who's now also my friend. And my friend was so incensed that this guy was calling Bo Horvat a top 50 player because he was trying to trade for him. He's like, nah, I want top 50 value for Bo. He's the top 50 player. And at the time, Bo Horvat was in like his, second or third, I don't know. How many seasons was he in in 2015? He was in like this season here. Like 50-point player, 40-point player, maybe a 6, no, not even yet. No, we were around here. This is when he was being called a top 50 player at this point in his career. So my friend was incensed, saying, I want to acquire Bo Horvat. Yes, but what are you saying top 50? Maybe incensed is a bit of a big word, but what are you saying top 50 player? He's not a top 50 player. So we started calling that friend Big Bo. And now my friend in the Discord server, who's one of the admins, he's in our Dynasty League and everything, he also calls himself Bo Horvat top 50 because it turned into, he's been a top 50 player in some years, if not even maybe right now. So Bo top 50 is, becoming, it's got spoken into existence from before he was even more than like a 50-point player. Now Bo top 50 is truly top 50, or at least has been top 50. So Bo, what a guy. The final save goes there. Actually, no. But now we have 2 Latvians. So now we gotta make more changes in the lineup. That's the story of Bo top 50. So Emlyn comes back into the lineup here. Where was I giving him ice time? Where was Emlyn getting ice time? Come on, Breland goes there. No, he'll stay on the left. So Breland moves up. Someone's got to move down, I guess. Emlyn was playing 3rd line minutes. That's why. That's an issue for us then. Stenberg, 40 points right now, 15 minutes per night. Panarin, our top scorer. Does Fiala move down? For Breland or Busenius to move up. 7 and 16. Probably Breland. Fiala would come to the 4th line just to end the season. He signed on for 2 more years after this one. So Fiala, buddy, I love you. Can you just be a trooper to end the season? 4th line. I'll keep you power play, but can you just be a trooper to end the season? Because it's going to help us with the line combinations. I beg of you. 2nd line power play will stay like this. Busenius hasn't really done anything on the power play, though, eh? He has 7 power play points. Okay. Alchevich, what's he doing on the power play? 32 goals, 18 points, 14 power play goals. Okay, he can stay there. Fiala can stay there. 4-line power play, blah, blah, blah. Now, if we look at the penalty kill, Bo's definitely going to be on the penalty kill. He's going to go first unit, I think. Yeah, so Lindholm will come out for Bo. Then Busenius will come out, and McIntyre will play second unit with Lindholm. Then third unit, Perfetti and Fiala. Yes. Unless McIntyre comes first unit with Breland. Yeah, let's do that. It's McIntyre first unit with Breland, giving it a +1. Second unit, Breland and Lindholm can go there. Okay, so we'll do that. Bo and Avery on the first unit of penalty kill. Okay. Extra lines, 4-on-4-3. Stenberg comes out for Bo. 3-on-3, line 3. Stenberg again comes out for Bo. Fiala's here. Okay, good. That penalty kill got a lot better thanks to Bo. Yes, absolutely. I'll be curious to see how the end of the year percentage looks like. That's it. So third line, first unit penalty kill. How about 4-man PK? 4-on-4 lines we did. 4-man PK I didn't do. Sorry, 3-man PK I meant to say. 3-man PK. So it'll be... Hold on. Lindholm, 5-star defense with 86 face-offs. Perfetti, 4.5 with 83. 4 stars. McIntyre, the stick checking. Okay, we're going to keep Perfetti then. So McIntyre comes off, and Bo goes in for first unit 3-man PK. Then Lindholm, then Perfetti. Yes. Okay. So Fiala's going to have to be a trooper to end the season. Stenberg, Horvat, Breland will be the third line. Yes. I'd want to... We got to give more time to Emlyn, though. Do we put Emlyn on the power play? Busenius off the power play to end the season, maybe? Okay, Busenius off, Panarin here, Emlyn on the power play to end the season, like that. Okay, +5 remains. Good. Okay, so there's our big move, ladies and gentlemen. We're waiting for it, and there it is. It was an exciting one. Bo Top 50, welcome to the Starfleet organization. If you look at our contracts at this point and players for extensions, if we're just curious at this point, Cole Hudson, yeah, he's an RFA, so it's not a rush. So yeah, don't want to give him 20 million. Can we even offer him what he's asking? 20, that's crazy. Lindholm would be looking for 8.7, but we'll wait. Hey, no problem, Mila. Welcome. What's wrong with me? Thank you for enjoying the stream so far. Enjoy the rest of the Leafs game. I'll be watching it. Probably will end by the third period, probably. So looking forward to hearing your thoughts once you've had a chance to go through it. Thanks for being here, Mila. Bo Horvat has a low demand of 5.4, actually, because of top 9 potential. Ramirez, yeah, he wants a lot, but he's an RFA, so we'll figure it out. Romanov wants a lot. Romanov, I don't know if he's back. Panarin wants a lot too, but it'll come down. So Lindholm's the big one, but we can wait on him since he'll continue to go down due to his age, you would think, with regression. And goaltending, Brindamore, what would he be looking for? He wants to be a starter. 2.3 for 2 years, makes sense. UPL, Emanin. It's going to be a tough off-season ahead. But for now, let's simulate through the trade deadline and go see the Islanders right after this one and get to the end of this season. So keep the current trade block, continue simming, and there we go. We're at 2 hours 10. Let's try and wrap it up by around 2.5 hours or so. All right, the trade deadline. Let's see what other deals happen around the NHL. Go all the way down here. So Bo Horvat acquired, of course. Owen Beck, yes, of course. Mason McTavish going to the Bruins. Nikishin to the Panthers. They were sellers. That's crazy. What did they trade? Okay, Ovechkin in a second going to the Ducks. I see. So Ovi's going to get a chance with Anaheim. Shea Theodore going back to Anaheim too. Drysdale to the Coyotes. JJ Peterka to the Avalanche. Hendrix Lapierre. Christian Fisher to the Avalanche. Engvall to the Senators. Hanola to the Oilers. Okay, all right. So here we go. Bo Horvat against a team that he spent like a decade with, facing them in his new home here in San Francisco at Enterprise Arena on the holodeck, facing the Islanders for the final stretch here for the end of the season. Let's do it. First period, 4-1 Starfleet. Bo Horvat scores in his debut. Perfetti opens it up. Bo Horvat, he's a top 50 for a reason. Valacevic on the power play. Koroliuk makes it a 3-1 game, and then Moritz Seider, the chief of security, makes it 4-1. Second period, now 5-3. Ramirez gets one for us. Xavier Bourgault and former Starfleet officer Christian Dvorak for the Islanders. We're up by 2, 5-3 after 40. Shots are pretty much double in our favor here. Final power play Islanders here. Killed off into the final half. Big penalty kill by Big Bo. Into the final half of the third, up by 2. In the final 5 minutes now, it should be enough with the shot margin as well, and that'll be all she wrote. Shots end 46-31, and we win 5-3. Bo Horvat in his debut getting the goal and assist from Moritz Seider. Connor Ingram making 34 saves as well, and we'll take this one for win number 44. All right, now the Bruins almost had a great chance there. Shots are 18-4 for the Leafs halfway through this game. That's crazy. On pace to be what? 36-10 the shots? Wow. All right, the Blues are the top team in the NHL right now. Let's go see them, and then we'll get something towards the end of the season. 2 more games. Dallas, then Mini on the road. 3-2 loss. Lindholm's sore knee. So this is where players can bump up a little bit. So Horvat, as a Canadian, cannot come up, but Emelin, he can. Emelin comes up to into the lineup. Busenius goes here. Breland comes down. Fiala goes up. And Afanaseyev comes in. The Blues, another ancient foe, yes. There we go. So that gives Fiala more top 9 time at least. 5-2 loss, unfortunately. Here against the 47-16-8 St. Louis Blues. We're hosting them here in San Francisco. First period, 1-0, Artemi Panarin. Second period, 4-1, Cole Hudson, Ryan Rubrick, and Igor Afanaseyev. Welcome back to the lineup. Josh Anderson scoring 1 for St. Louis. We're up by 3 here in the third period against the number 1 team in the NHL. This is going to be big in our race for the President's Trophy. 5-1. Busenius makes it a 4-goal cushion. Let's end it there. 8-3, the final. Oh my goodness. Beauvillier on the power play, then Valacevic, Rubrick, McIntyre. Thomas adds 1 late. 3 stars. Rubrick, 2 goals and an assist. Emelin Vyacheslav! 3 assists from Vyacheslav. And a goal and assist from Igor Afanaseyev. What a player Vladislav Emelin is. 8-3 win. We'll go see them again next week when we're in St. Louis. Kim Nusi. We had this guy. He's on waivers. 78 overall offensive defenseman. No. If we traded Svozil, I'd take him, but we don't need him. Okay. Against the Flames, 5-1 win against Calgary. Looking for another win here against the Blues, now in St. Louis. First period, 1-1, McIntyre and Kuznetsov. Second period, 4-2 Starfleet, Axel Sandin Plika, Avery McIntyre, and who else but Vyacheslav? And Paraskak, making it a 4-2 game. Up by 2 are the Starfleet officers. Power plays on both sides, killed off both ways. Power play St. Louis again, killed off once more with Big Bo. Oh my, we should have taken. I should have marked how many penalties we had killed off by then. Snuggeroo makes it a 1-goal game by the time Bo came in, but we knew the percentage at least. Final 2 minutes, up by 1 late. Breland adds the insurance marker. And that turns into the game winner, actually. Marcus Breland scores the game winner. Very nice. Much needed in the end. McIntyre 2 goals, Perfetti 2 goals, and Axel Sandin Plika with a goal and an assist. Glad we kept him in the end. Okay, let's get a good chunk of simulation now. Let's go see the Sabres. Yeah, we have 2 games against the Sabres coming up. Let's go see the second one in Buffalo. We want to start wrapping this one up. All right, Kings. We beat them 6-4. Lindholm's back in the lineup. Emelin's got to move down, but he's been such a monster. Oh, Emelin. This guy's playing less than 11 minutes per night. 22 goals and 46 points in 71 games from the 78 overall rookie. That is ridiculous. I love this man. Emelin's, he's got to move down, but it hurts my soul. It hurts my soul, truly. Fanaseyev's doing great as well. Fiala moves back here. Breland back here. Unless Emelin stays on the third line, but then he wouldn't be center. Then we have no center. That's the problem. Now Fanaseyev comes out for Lindholm. Lindholm goes here. There you go. That's a problem. If we put Emelin top line, maybe he isn't. Maybe he isn't. Maybe he is in the Calder conversation. Emelin, because if we could put Busenius as fourth line center, Emlyn's been that good. Let's try Emlyn third line. Let's see what happens. Because we can't put Breland and Emlyn together, so let's try it. And see. Alright. Oh, it's true. Valchevich. Yeah, that's true. 6-4 win, 4-3 win, 5-4 overtime loss. It would be great if we get both nominees, though. 4-0 shutout win, 5-2 win, where that passes 50, 3-2 win, 3-1 win, 5-2 loss, 3-0 win, 54-19-5. With 4 games left, we are 1 game away from tying our franchise record. Do we want to go see Buffalo? Not even, eh? Let's go see the Lightning for the last game of the season. And actually, if we win 55, we'll go see for 56. On the road, 5-3 loss. On the road against Florida, 4-3 win to tie our franchise record, to set a new franchise record of 56 wins, facing off against the Predators. First period, 3-2, McIntyre, Eriksson, and McIntyre again. Second period, 5-2, Valchevich and Seider. And the fewest losses as well. Seider with a multi-goal game. Valchevich with another one. Ladies and gentlemen, the winningest season in Starfleet history here in year number 8, as we win 7-3. Outshot 33-28, but it doesn't matter. Valchevich with 2, Seider with 2, McIntyre with 2. We win game number 56. Can we make it 57 here at home against the Lightning? They're looking for win number 40. We want 57. We also will have the fewest amounts of losses. What a season. What a season. The test flight has worked out well. First period, 0-0. Second period, 2-1. Ramirez, Hagel, and McIntyre power play. We're up 2-1 heading into the third period of game 82 of year 8. Jesper Boquist ties it up at 2 here into the final 15 minutes. Shots are pretty equal as well. They're pulling away now, 29-24. Halfway through the third period. Next goal might be the winner, as we're into the final 5 with a 2-2 tie at home for the last game of the season. Final minute, and we'll head to overtime. Let's go into overtime to end the episode. Then we'll look at all the stats and everything, and we'll call it a day. At home in front of the home fans, of course, in San Francisco, to end off the season. Can we end it with win 57? Already 56 new franchise records. The last 3 seasons, 55, 53, and now 56 or 57. After 5 consecutive seasons of 43 wins or more. We'll now have 3 consecutive seasons of 53 wins or more. Here comes Sergachev in front, broken up. McIntyre. Up to Perfetti. Open space for Cole Hudson. The game on his stick. Cole Hudson stone. One-timer in front. Stopped as well. Hudson keeps it in. One-timer once more. Mads Sogard makes the save and hangs on. Whew. Good chance there. Offensive zone draw for McIntyre. Avery wins that, kicks it to Hudson. Hudson with space. Cole Hudson scores! Cole Hudson! Soft hands in tight, maneuvering the Delta Flyer. And Starfleet wins in overtime for win number 57. Yes, Bo was, top 50 was going to be coming up for the next faceoff if we hadn't scored. He was on the third, he's on the third 3-on-3 line. Goal Hudson. In tight, maneuverability, some Tom Paris maneuverability right there. Beautiful from Cole Hudson. Shots end 35-32 for Tampa, but we win game 82 for win 57 by a score of 3-2. What a season. Okay, did everyone play game 82? No, not yet. Game 82, not yet. We did win our division, which is great news. Yes, game 82 has been played. So we did win our division. So that is a fourth consecutive Hollywood division title for Peyton Hollywood Wilm. In the end, did Panarin lead the team? Yes, Panarin led with 90 points. He was on pace for 88. He ends with 90. So let's see. Did we win the President's Trophy? Have we ever won the President's Trophy? I forgot. Yes, 2 years ago, with 55 wins, we won. Is it a league record even? Yeah, what a wagon. Red Boy, welcome aboard, buddy. Did we? Yes. So President's Trophy and potentially a league record of 169 points with the point system that we have. 57, 20, and 5 was our record. Most wins, least amounts of losses in franchise history. Most goals for at 3.89. Least goals against at 2.56 by 0.1 for the goals for and by 0.2 for the goals against, respectively there. Power play ended at 29.5%, almost a third of every power play chance there. Is that a record? Yes, that's a franchise record. Our record was 27.2 last year. We got 29.5 this year to lead the league. And penalty kill, good improvement a little bit. 82.2 to 82.4 from 82.6, improvement by 0.4. Okay, 82.6. It's not our worst. It's better than last year, but it is our second worst in franchise history. Yeah, around the middle there at 82.6. Okay. Now the point totals. Here we go. Artemi Panarin led the year with 90 points at 39 years of age. What a year from him. We wanted to have him take a step back, but no. He said, let me play. So we let him loose, and he scores 90 points to lead the team. What a beast. Panarin 90 points. Avery McIntyre, a step back from 70 goals, but hey, we'll take 53 in point per game. I'd prefer 90s and 100-plus points and all of that. But yeah, odd year. Shooting percentage was a bit down. 357 shots, but okay, Avery. I'll allow it. Elias Lindholm, 77 points in 77 games from the captain. Point per game at 36 years of age. I will take that, no problem. Big top 50 Bo Horvat. What did he do with us? 8 points in 19 games. That's all right. We have him in a reduced role. Not playing the same ice time as he did in there. So 5 less minutes per night. That's okay. I'll take a point every other night. No problem from Bo Horvat for now. Plus, we have him more for the defense. -1 wasn't great. But keep in mind the third line mates play a role as well. But I'm sure he's very valuable in the penalty kill and all that. So thank you, Big Bo. Cole Perfetti is really, really shocking me. We acquire Cole Perfetti, 78 points. Next year, 72, okay. Year after, 108. Wow! Then the next year, 79. Okay. And now this year, 67. What? Taking less and less shots as well. 182 shots only. When he's getting so much ice time. When he had 1827, 260 shots. When he had 1938... 182 shots. Almost 78 less shots. And then when he played 2054 last year, 211. So from last year, over a minute less, but 30 less shots. I know 4 less games, but still. So that's very odd, I find, from Cole Perfetti. It's not just the shots, it's the points as well. That's his lowest point total since 66 in 2024-25. So I gotta say, I am getting a bit concerned with Cole Perfetti. I will admit. Now, Valachevic's rookie season ends with 41 goals and 66 points. He's up to an 85 overall. Very well done. The Slovakian shredder looking great. It's unfortunate that he doesn't have a good top-line fit. But with the X factors, with the line mates, maybe it won't matter. Ryan Rubrick, his pace picked up from a 56 to a 60. Okay. Still, 28 goals, 60 points is not what I want to see from him. Is it good just as an NHL player? Yes. Is it what I want to see from a top 6 winger who has medium league potential? No. I want to see a little more from Ryan Rubrick. So it wasn't a disappointment, but I do want to see a bit more. Perfetti was a disappointment. Cole Hudson, 60 points. Thank you very much. And that's it. Exactly. He's consistent. Cole Hudson, 60 points plus 56. Is that a franchise record? Kevin Fiala, big reduction in ice time, but he'll be back in the top 9 or top 6 next year. 58 points from him. Thank you for being a trooper. Thank you for understanding, Kevin. We love you. Next year, I promise you're back in the top 9, top 6, whatever it is. Vyacheslav Emelin, playing 11 minutes per night, the majority of it being like 8 minutes per night, has a 50-point rookie season as a 78 overall. That is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Excellently done. From the former first-round pick in 2025. 5 years later, makes his NHL debut and scores 50 points with that type of ice time. Crazy. Well done to him. Great story. You love to see the stories like that. So Emlyn with 50 points. Otto Stenberg, 47. A bit of a step back in the ice time as well. This is another guy I'm promising ice time to next year. Oh, I thought the Bruins just scored. They did not. Otto Stenberg, 14:35. It was a minute more. So you know what? I'll take that back. It's not like I promised him and it didn't come through. I told him last year you get more ice time, and that's exactly what he got. 1 more minute per night. 47 points is still good, but I want to see more from Otto Stenberg. So hopefully next year in the top 6, if Panarin retires, for example, would make sense. Yeah, the garbage shooting percentage really took him down there. Emlyn's going to get top 9 minutes next season too, you would think, with Breland fourth line. Ramirez, 32 points. That's all. Yeah, that's a career high. That's a career high. 32 points from Jalen Ramirez. Love to see it. What a beast. Who's leaving besides Bo for promising more ice time, mainly for Fiala? So Bo would be gone. I'm thinking Panarin retires because of his bottom 6 potential, and he's 39. I'm thinking he retires, but it's possible he doesn't. So it could just be Bo. Lindholm might regress to third line. That might be it for top 9 differences next year. All right, Axel Sandin-Pellikka, 30 points plus 14. I'll take it. Marcus Breland, 27-point season. Improvement from last year. Good. Same shooting percentage at 10.5. Playing an extra 2 minutes per night. Okay, I'll take it. Very good. Ludwig Eriksson in his sophomore season. So quiet. You barely hear his name, but he's out there. Full, healthy, 82-game season, 26 points, plus 18, eating big minutes, 18.5 per night. Ludwig, quiet hero back there. Busenius' rookie season, 26 points, playing 10.41 per night. Okay. Afanaseyev, 26 in 68. Seider, 25 points and a plus 40. Romanov, 17 points and a plus 3. We're looking at the goaltenders. We see Mikkola going 38, 14, and 3 with 4 shutouts. 918 save percentage, 2.48 goals against average. Well done. Are those better numbers than the Vezina year? Yeah, those are better numbers than his Vezina year. So maybe that's another Vezina for Mikkola here in his 3rd season. Brindamore backed him up going 19, 8, and 2 with 3 shutouts. 918 save percentage as well, and 2.56 goals against. So is that the Jennings for them? You would think. And UPL is 3rd goalie, but he looked great in 3rd goalie role. You would think, I don't know, we'll see in the league scoring here. League scoring, Will Smith. Red Boy's going to love that. Red Boy, Will Smith, 91 overall, 116-point season. 20 goals, 96 assists. Leading the league for the goals, it's Ernest Antonio winning the Rocket with 57 goals. 4th overall pick in 2027, Ernest Antonio. Pasternak at 34 scores 56, but not enough. UPL undefeated, give him the crease. Anything else? Best plus minus, Cole Hudson at plus 56. Penalty minutes, Stevenson at 157. Who's this guy? Two-way D. Odd. Random players get so many penalty minutes. Most power play points, Pasternak at 33. Most ice time, Lane Hudson at 26-24. Most fights, 25 fights from Stevenson, 21 from Tanner Jeannot. Back to points. All right, looking at defense now. Defense, Makar at 88, Clark 65, Carey Cartonen, 4th overall pick, yep. Cole Hudson down there, though, at 60. Very good, no problem from him. Rookie skaters, 66 points from Valachevic. So you know what? It should definitely be the winner and the first runner-up to our Starfleet officers here. Yeah, the Stars have some enforcers. Valachevic should win the Calder hands down, and Emlyn should be the first runner-up hands down. Great to have that here in San Francisco. Love it. Esteban Rocan can be number 3, the 2nd overall pick. A few other names there down there. The rookies, look at that. Any rookie goalies who stood out? Sarno, Meach, there he is, Wesley Meach. And you know what? Maybe even Russell Brindamore. Maybe all 3 nominees are from Starfleet. With Brindamore, and the Leafs just scored. Maybe with Brindamore, Valachevic, and what's his name? Emlyn. With 54.8 seconds to go in the 2nd period, the Leafs score. Yeah, we're going to check in on Fabian. I'm scared. Is Matthews the problem, huh? Okay. Yeah, there's good old Wesley Meach, the legend. So there you go. Who's this guy? Sarno? Sam Sarno. When was he drafted? 2nd round pick. Okay. Looking at the goalies now, all goalies in the league. So Trey Augustine had the most wins at 42. When we look at the numbers here, if we look at, and there's Sebastian Cosa, minimum, let's say 50 games played. Sorting by save percentage, it's Mikkola by .003. And goals against average, it's Mikkola by almost .3. So you would think Mikkola's the front runner. Not a guarantee, but I think he's the front runner for the Hart Trophy. Great to see that. Yeah, that would be about it. Now it's time to check on our old friends, namely Fabian Lysell. I'm scared that Montreal buried him. I'm really scared that Montreal buried the 70-point scoring Fabian Lysell. Okay, 41 points from Lysell, playing 11:02 per night. They trade for a 70-point scorer, but because he's an 84, he doesn't get the top line minutes that he should get. Fabian Lysell, still 41 points is good, especially on his contract. But 41 points from Fabian Lysell. All right. Anybody else we wanted to check in on? Is Cam Marchant here in the AHL? Oh my goodness, Cam Marchant had a 50-point season. I told you guys, he's going to grow. I have full faith in Cam Marchant, but we have to trade value. I'm glad he's doing well. It makes sense for the Canadians. Oof, 50-point season from Cam Marchant in the AHL. He's going to be a slow growth kind of guy. Valacevic, face generated. Let's see how he looks. I don't even know if he played, honestly. Let's see how his face looks. We don't know how his face looks here as a generated prospect. Actually, I want to see how Bo looks in the Starfleet uniform first. As we wrap it up here in the second intermission of the Leafs and the Bruins. Big Bo. I love it. Just want to see this. There we go. Look at that. All right, I got my fix. Top 50. What a beast. All right, Valacevic. Do we have any crazy things like Markstrom in the Canucks series where we have a silver afro? Let's see, Marcus. No, nothing too crazy, but cool beard. Always has the beard as well, not just for the playoffs. Love it. So Valacevic with a nice full beard. Let's look. Is it a ginger beard? Yeah, he's a ginger, eh? Looks like it. And it's a nice full beard. Wild man with a beard. Beard color. Yeah, he's a ginger. Look at that. Hello, yes, I am how you say 18 years old. Yes, exactly. Full beard. 18. He has the wild man beard. And he's got the ginger going for him as well. Valacevic, the Slovakian ginger. We checked everybody else last time, I believe, so I won't look through everybody. There you go. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, time to see who our opponent will be in round number 1, and then we'll call it an episode as we advance a couple of days here. In round number 1, we don't know yet. We got to wait till the wild card goes, as we're the number 1 seed. We'll face either the Islanders, the Senators, the Sharks, or the Canucks. In the AHL, we're 66-14-2. Oh my goodness. Let's just check the season totals there. Lucic ended with 109 points. 50 goals. Does Skylar Lucic get a look in the NHL next season? Even though he's 76 overall, he has the 5-star shooting. Does Skylar Lucic get a look in the NHL next season? You'd gotta think so. Sykola, 93 points for him. He's a 76. Scarabelli, 82 points from the 68 overall. Playing 16 and a half minutes per night. That's crazy. Bruka, 67. Wall, 62. Odell, 48 with a plus 57. And Emanin, 48, 9-2 with 6 shutouts, 925 save percentage, 2.01 goals against. Zherdev as well, 18-4-0 with a shutout, 924, 2.15. Wow. These are good problems to have, but they're tough problems. Now, Landon wants to see if Beck played with the Islanders. Doesn't look like it. What a wagon of a team there in AIK. Did Beck play? No, it looks like he was a healthy scratch then. With the Islanders. Depth for depth, I guess. Oh no, what am I saying? Beck was in the... Oh no, yes. Wait, where did Beck get traded? I'm thinking about the UPL trade with Tampa. Sorry, I'm misremembering that. It was a 4th-round pick to the Capitals. Yes, the Capitals. Sorry, my apologies. Washington. Let's see. Owen Beck. Doesn't look like he played there. AHL. Yes, he went to the 11 points in 18 games in the AHL. But why didn't he go through waivers? Why didn't we get a notification that he went through waivers, right? It's odd to me. Owen Beck. Okay, so in round number 1, let's see who we're facing. What a year from them. 66 wins. In round 1, let's advance. A few days here. The Sharks take down the Canucks, but the Islanders and the Senators in the wild card best of 3 are going to a game 3. In the AHL, we're up 2-1 in that series against Manitoba. No, I don't want added lines. Go back. Exit. Come on, go back. Go back. Maybe Fiala comes back to the 3rd line for the postseason. If anyone goes down, maybe. And then Breland becomes a healthy scratch. And, okay, the Senators! All right, no, anticlimactic. We're facing the Senators in round number 1. Okay, for the first time, correct? No, we faced Ottawa before. We faced Ottawa once before. In year number 2, we won the wild card game. Yes, now I remember. We won the wild card game and faced one of the best teams in the league. They were either first or second. We faced the Senators. We were down, it was either 3-1 or 3-2 that we were down. We won games 6 and 7 and beat the Senators in 7 before losing in round 2 against Vancouver in 6. So it is now the roles have been reversed. We're the 1 seed and the Senators are the 17 seed as they beat the Islanders in a 3-game series. So unfortunate, yeah, we were down 3-1. Thank you, Dice. And that's unfortunate that we don't get the Bow rematch. And Vancouver loses to the Sharks. They're through as the 15 seed. So 1 versus 17, San Francisco versus Ottawa. We'll face the winner of Dallas and Carolina. Then there's Boston, Vegas, New Jersey, Calgary, St. Louis, San Jose, Philadelphia, Arizona, Detroit, Seattle, and Buffalo, Chicago. Good thing it's a video game with Starfleet. Thank you. Hobbs, you can set it aside. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that'll end the episode. I'm planning, yes, we'll be live next Thursday because on Monday we have Expos. On Tuesday, we have the draft lottery. On Wednesday, for my all-nighter, I'm resting because I'm going to do an all-nighter to do the Macklin Celebrini sim. That'll come out on Wednesday. And then Thursday night, so a week from today, May 9th, the 2031 postseason. And then the May 12th video for Landon's birthday. We'll see what we can do. Is it a Sunday? I don't usually do on Sunday. So that'll be next Thursday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern, here on YouTube. Until then, leave all your thoughts down here in the comments on YouTube or over on the Discord server, link in the description. Join us there, where we can talk a lot more about our franchise mode series, your franchise mode series, and sports, hockey, fantasy sports, a lot more in general. Do you have any lines, any suggestions for the lines, whether it be even strength or power play penalty kill? Here's the defense. I'm thinking the 4th line, maybe Busenius doesn't stay on 4th line center. I don't know. Power play 1, power play 2. I don't think we touched those. But maybe on the penalty kill 1, penalty kill 2, penalty kill 3. Maybe Breland comes out there. Potentially. So we'll be live next Thursday. So it's going to be a busy week. I'm not going to do much over the weekend, I don't think, so I'm getting ready for that. So we had Expos last Tuesday, Canucks yesterday, Starfleet today, and then next Monday, Expos, Tuesday, Draft Lottery, Thursday, Celebrini Sim, Wednesday, Starfleet again. So there's a busy schedule. Also, leave any of your thoughts on the contract extensions, as we'll have some expiring players coming up, and we'll have how much money to play with? We'll have 33.6 to play with. Obviously not going to sign crazy deals, but we'll have 33 to play with. Who's coming back? I would think Hudson, Lindholm, Ramirez are locks. Panarin's a lock if he doesn't retire. Palika, Fanaseyev probably come back as well. We'll think about that in the comments. That's for you to decide. Leave a like if you haven't already, and if you enjoyed the episode. Wednesday Starfleet or Wednesday Celebrini? Sorry, Wednesday Starfleet or Wednesday Celebrini? Thursday? Wednesday Celebrini, Thursday Starfleet. That's what it is. Wednesday Celebrini, Thursday Starfleet. So I gotta get that I gotta get the Celebrini sim out ASAP. Okay, and I think that just about Does it. Beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being here. Subscribe if you haven't already to be made aware of all of our series here on the channel, our 3 franchise mode series, our live coverage of NHL action when it's the trade deadline, the draft lottery coming up, the breakdowns and analyses of the NHL postseason as the rounds happen. We'll be guest starring with Slim as well whenever possible. And as always, the career sims. So keep an eye out for the Macklin Celebrini sim next week. Gotcha. Talk to you all in the Discord. Great stream as always. Thank you, Hobbsy. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Much love to you all. The test flight worked out. Now let's get ready for a big postseason. After last year making it to the conference final or the semifinal, the final 4, can we go all the way as the #1 seed? When we won the Stanley Cup, we had won just 44 games. When we won 55, we lost in round 1 to the wildcard team. When we won 53, we went to the semifinal. Now when we win 57, facing the wildcard team, the Senators squad that has a lot to try and redeem themselves from when they lost when we were the wildcard team, what will we do against them? Thanks everybody for being here once again. Have yourselves a lovely end to the week and start of the weekend. Live long and prosper, and we'll talk soon. Night everybody. Enjoy the Leafs and Bruins as well. Third period action coming your way. We'll talk more on the Discord server. Good night.